We are live with Derek Smith. Finally.
That is a hell of a intro, man. Was that is that an AI generated song or did someone actually make that?
No, I made the song with AI.
Did you?
You like it though? It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, good. That was pretty good.
Damn right. If you know how to use AI, buddy, you can make it do some wicked shit. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys having me on, man. This is gonna be fun. It's been a while. I haven't been on a podcast in, probably like a year and a half, 2 years. It's been a while.
Yeah, we're happy you popped in the chat when we had Austin on last week, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm not going to miss the opportunity. I'm going to hit him up now." Yeah.
Yeah, someone said Austin's in there talking all this shit, and I was like, "Oh, hold on." No, he wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah, nothing too bad. He was like, "Oh yeah, I beat him both arms. Oh yeah." And then
that left arm match was such bullshit because I told him, I was like, I told him exactly what's gonna happen. I said, I'm gonna take your hand left-handed, and then you're just gonna do this and pull through me. Like I can't beat you left-handed. I said I couldn't beat him left-handed, and he's still, well, I want to do it left too. I was like, all right, fine, we'll do it
I suck left-handed, but you're ranked pretty high left-handed, actually. Still,
yeah, I'm good against very specific types of arm wrestlers. You have to you have to be a certain mold, and I can beat those guys. But there's a lot of guys I can't beat.
Yeah, like I suck left-handed, but if you allow me to get this on the go, then I'm good. But if you get me like this at all, I'm fucked.
They allow you to bend the wrist back.
Yeah. As long as you let me thumb pronate off the go, I'm fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but no injuries and stuff. I mainly right arm. I mean, fuck the left don't matter. Fuck the left, right? Yeah, that's what
the party arm, right?
That's the party arm. Yeah,
I train them both equally. Like this one, my left is just never as strong as the right. It's never been as connected and stuff. But it just gets boring to only do one. Like practice or tournaments, it just gets boring hanging out and not ever arm wrestle with the other arm.
So, yep. Now this is Cody Mighty Mouse Slugger here. He's finally.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, he's our other co-host. Carolyn Looms. Derek's the bomb. Through the fingers. Mega gains.
Carolyn.
Oh, yes. Carolyn's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, see, she helped build our channel. She actually helped build our podcast. So when we were new, she was just promoting the shit out of us. You know what I mean? And well, she did it for your channel too. Yeah.
I would be nowhere without Carolyn.
Yeah, same. I think we wouldn't be anywhere without Carolyn. She took a hiatus for a little while, but yeah, it seems like she built us up and then said, "Okay, you're on your own." No, I'm just bugging Carolyn. Yeah, she's training hard.
Yeah, the training videos. I've been seeing him. I see him, Carolyn. I see him.
Yeah. I hooked her up with some handles, some training handles and shit. So yeah, she won them actually. Benji Mac, yo brother, boom. There's another guy doing lots for our sport, Benji.
And the whole cruise in it.
I wish he should have. You know what? I think that fucking idiot, what's his name, Stubblebum. I think Benji Mac should have won that award, not Stubblebum. Yeah, I'm not a stubble buying fan. Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, he just ripped a lot of some of our content, and before we were allowed to even post it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I won't rant early, guys. Don't worry.
No. Obviously, you need to get it off your chest. Release the hate. Get it all out there. Expel it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It is. I guess it's what he does, right? He's American. What do you call that other guy? Pradeep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Pradeep. Yeah. Pradeep's okay, but you know what? I used to watch him too. But yeah, I think he started posting like fake shit or making up shit, and then I caught him on some lies, and I was like, I'm not watching it anymore. I don't watch it anymore. Yeah. We got Randy in the house, Clifton Erickson in the house. Do a quick shout out to the chat before we get right into business here with Derek. Got the Drew 24. We got the fucking awesome M Spot in the house. Hey, Gelder. How's it going, brother? We got Carolyn Looms. We got Mr. Peanut. We got Stuart Doyle. Hey, brother. We got Dan Hogue. Me and him are pulling first week of December. Boom, that's going to be a match.
First week of December.
Yeah, he's a beast. Dan's a beast. Benji Mac, of course. Devin's Forearm. Nice to see you in the chat. Not often we see you. Wizard of the North. Whoa, hey, what's up, Wizard? Clifton Erickson. Everyone knows Clifton Erickson, the side pressure beast. We got Randy. We got Who else here? Jason Shaw in the house. Hey, Jason, how's it going,
Hey.
brother? You going to take a weekend off this weekend?
Good on
This
Jason.
is
I watched his arms again and stuff.
yeah. He's like Tim Lewis. He pulls every fucking weekend. Doesn't matter. Every weekend he's got a match.
Crazy.
Yeah, what's it? Posey DC2. Hi,
Yeah.
Derek. I love you. Oh, nice. Is that your woman?
It's one of my teammates.
Oh, damn.
That's Will Klingman. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He dressed up like a nerd. He did some videos out at like Venice Beach and stuff. He's one of the top Well, he's like 200 pounds right now, but normally he's like 175. He's one of the top 175.
Okay. Yeah. David Marr in the house. Hey, brother. How's it going? And we got wow, we're already getting super chats, Derek. You got to come on more often, brother. We got a super chat from Wizard of the North, $11.11 Canadian. Hey guys, cheer to Carolyn Looms. Yes, Carolyn, superstar. I can't wait to see her in her first. Have you competed yet, Carolyn? I think she's training for something right now. Houdini Sports, always a pleasure to see Houdini in the chat. We got our brother Sean Crowther, another super chat. We won't even get to talk, Derek. We're just going to get super chats. $13.99. Hey guys, nice to see Derek on here again. How's training going, Derek? That's from Sean Crowther.
Training's going well right now. Been back into it for I don't know, like a couple months maybe. Weight's coming on. I always hang out around 330. I'm up to 345 now, and just been lifting. I get testosterone at a clinic right from a doctor, so got my testosterone all levels in check now, and things are feeling good. I'm gaining steadily. So nothing. The next question for sure is gonna be what's the next match. Nothing in mind. There's nothing in sight. There's no date for anything. I'm just getting strong, right? And then we'll start shopping around a little bit. But training's been going well. I've been actually arm wrestling at practice last few weeks, and I always hold the guys in instructional stuff, but like actually having them use two hands and actually putting in work a little bit, just trying to build the arm up, build up the endurance and whatnot. And things are going smooth, no injuries, nothing's really holding back, gaining. So things are positive.
Nice. Now, do you just use two hands with the guys, or do you use the bands too?
Mostly just two hands. Bands, I'm not a big fan of bands because it's just one direction, and with two hands they can target certain things like pronation, back pressure, rising, etc. So I like the way
you trust your partner though with it.
That I have full conversations with them before we do it, and I always grab veteran guys usually because most people want to just brick wall me or try to rip through me as hard as they can.
Yeah, you don't want them cranking on too much,
right.
damage, right?
But I got a great squatted.
You definitely do. I've seen some of the practices that have been posted and stuff. It's always good to watch.
Oh yeah, Benji's over there a lot.
Yeah, Benji's everywhere. Benji, you know what? Fuck, man. Like, I don't know. I don't see him compete too much, but that guy pulls more than anybody. I seen him like he videotaped like 5 practices in 3 days the one week. I was like, how can you pull 5 times?
Man.
Yeah, he could pull forever, that guy.
It's all that raw milk. He drinks nothing but raw milk. That's what it is.
He's got that fat energy.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I like to use the bands actually but the way I like to use them is that I get the person to put it around his shoulder, and it just attaches to the back of my hand. And then whenever I start driving, they can just lean back like this and add the pressure to it. But I know what you mean about the hands. I guess I don't trust many people to do that.
Yeah, it definitely takes trust. It takes 2 for sure.
Yeah. I seen Devin doing it and stuff, and then I think I did it once, and then I ended up getting a slight injury because they were just ripping it through my pronator, right? So. That's cool. Well, I guess you know what? You're probably at a level you have to go 2 hands, right? Your club though does Mega Mike still train with you?
Mike has been on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but hopefully he'll be back at some point. I haven't talked to him in a little while, but I still have some other guys like Leroy Walker's on my team. Left-handed, he gives me a good run. He doesn't like to pull right-handed too much, but in general, I'm usually just the biggest, strongest guy there by a good margin. We have a guy named Mike Lindner on my team who's number 1 in California, like 165, and that guy's a little tank. So especially if I give him everything and let him hit and get me into a good position, he can make me work a little bit, things like that. But generally, I need 2 hands.
Yeah. Well, you can bring your level. You can bring your level down. I learned how to do that. Actually, lower my level and still be kind of technical. You know what I mean? It takes a long time, but I can do it. Matt does it with us all the time,
Right.
because Matt. I mean, realistically, none of us really can do anything with Matt, right? So I think Sean pulls with Matt the most. I think. And maybe that's why Sean's kicking so much ass. Did you see Sean at Arm Wars this past weekend? Did you see the Arm Wars, Derek?
I haven't watched.
Oh,
I've been pretty unplugged from arm wrestling. I'm not
yeah. No worries. Yeah, Sean went to Arm Wars, and his premier match, fucking masterclass, destroyed him, 6-0. So he pulled Rob Frampton, Neil's boy, Rob Frampton. Yeah, Sean made easy work of him. Easy work.
You know, Sean actually. I tell a story to my C Sean that I blame him for my loss to I think it was Morzov. When I lost Morzov, I put it all in Sean. I had seen Sean in a tournament like a month or two before that, not long before that, and I'd beaten him at a tournament like I think it's Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple months later, I'm at East First West, and Matt was there, and so Sean was there, you know, and so I'm like, oh, he said you want to warm up for a little bit. I'm like 10 minutes before my match or something like that, really soon. And Sean's like, you want to warm up? I'm like, okay, yeah. Because I'm feeling good and everything. And I grip up with Sean and I can't move him. And I'm like, oh no. And so it messed up my head so much going into this match. I was like, oh no, I thought I was strong. I was feeling good in the crowd and everything. I thought I went into that so flat. And I blamed it all on Sean. It's all Sean's fault for brick walling me in the warm up. And I was like, I just beat Sean like 2 months ago. Oh no. And I can't move him right now. Or he feels that strong. Like, oh no. I would have lost anyway.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. You get in your own head, right? Like, I always lie to guys if I'm warming up and they feel weak. I'm like, if they go, how do I feel? Oh fuck, you're a tank, man. You're gonna kill them. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't tell them the truth. Yeah.
Oh well, now no one's ever gonna warm up with you anymore because they're not gonna believe you. You just out yourself.
Yeah. No. He's come a long ways, man. He's. I always look up to him, of course, and he always helps me with my matches. He helped me with a plan on my last super match, and because he's my number one corner man. Sean's the best corner man you could ever have. And anyway, I pulled an old timer, Len Houghton, and I got the win, and I was pretty damn happy because he's kind of like a legend here.
Okay.
I'm chasing all the old guys before they retire. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
People have asked me about I don't know if you know, a long time ago I had a match with John Brzenk years ago, and John whipped my ass, of course. But when I think about like a revenge, schedule and trying to get my name back and my losses, I don't want to beat John. Like, there's no part of me that will because one, I'm okay being on that list of people that have lost to John Brzenk in a single match. Like, that's not a problem. And then if I did face him and beat him, like, it's not the same John. Well, I'm gonna be like flexing on him. How old is John?
Yeah, you do.
It's not.
I understand.
So even if I could, and I'll never assume I could beat John, but even if I could, I don't want to beat John.
No, I know what you're saying.
So he has it. I'll be on that loss column for John Brzenk. That's fine. I'm just happy to be in.
Fine. At least you're on the list.
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy to be in the list.
We got another super chat, $13.99. When do you feel you were at your strongest? What percentage are you now compared to then?
Oh man,
that's from Sean Crowther again.
That's hard to say. Kind of. I mean, I could go by like weight room numbers. According to like weight room numbers, I'm at about. Okay, well, I could just say some numbers to you guys, right? So, like, sure. I do really traditional lifts. I don't do like arm, band side pressure lifts. I do like bench press and wrist curl, like real like standard bodybuilder type lifts.
Yeah.
So my best bench ever was 405 for 3. I'm at 315 for 10 tonight. I'm gonna hit, and then I'm at. So I could probably do 405 for 1 right now, maybe. Yeah. And then. Like bicep curls, I like to do these two-handed curls. I think my best ever is 215 for 8. I'm at I just did 200 pounds for 8, and that was pretty hard last week.
Okay.
So I'm I don't know. I'm like
90%.
Yeah, 80%. But the plan for this one is to surpass any of my previous levels. The weight's this is kind of heavy for me, 345, but I've been up to 370. When I faced Tom Nelson the first time, I was 370. Okay. So we'll see where I end up. I can't breathe. When I get this heavy, I can't breathe. The moment I hit 345, everything changes. Like I need a CPAP machine. Like everything just starts.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm
closing
on
up
a CPAP machine.
Dude,
Yeah, listen, I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all.
Well, even with the bench, like I know I just started a goal. I want to get by the end of next year. I want to get to 405, and the most I've ever done was 1 rep for 315.
Yeah, that's good. And my max is around that 420 mark, but I did get up to 365, but with chains, for 15. So it's only 365 at the top, right? So I like to use the chains, progressive overload. Actually, that's a good way, Derek, if you want to get your bench up, incorporate the chains, because it will bring your PR up fast, like really fast.
I'm moving pretty quick. I'm putting on right now. Putting on 1 rep a week at 315.
Yeah,
it's been the progress. So I'm like, that's pretty good.
I haven't benched in a while, so yeah, that used to be my favorite thing though, was bench. I love bench. Yeah.
It's not the most conducive to arm wrestling. I'm not going to argue and say that it is,
No,
but
I
use it for the CNS.
matters.
Yeah, I use it for the CNS, getting underneath a heavy load.
Yep.
It's still, I try to keep my elbows out and keep it on the chest as much as I can.
Yeah.
I like
shoulders,
I like to just be under heavy load, where if I drop it, I could die.
Yeah.
You know, for a little bit, and just get used to being into that pressure, because I think it carries over into our to super.
It does.
And then I do a lot of other chest stuff for that's more sport specific.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I used to bench a lot, especially when my first 2 years arm wrestling, because I did a lot of pressing on the table when I started, and I found my overall table strength was the highest when I was benching. You know what I mean? But now I'm more technical, and I don't bench now, and I have strengths in different areas. But I wouldn't mind adding that back in again. Now that I'm a better arm wrestler after 4 years, right, of competing, I'd like to add some of those core exercises back in again. So,
right,
because they're important, right? And they're really important. Core strength matters a lot. It really does. Carolyn Looms, I'm going to read it. Brian, we have a team finally. 3 months in, we're hosting a tournament the 22nd of August in Fort Kent, Maine. I am going to the Turtleman Classic 3 in CT this weekend. Team Stone tournament. I have a super match. Nice. Hey. Carolyn got a super match. Yeah. Good for you, Carolyn. Nice.
Crush it, Carolyn.
Yeah, she's going to crush it. Oh, and Carolyn Looms came in with
$10 super chat.
Yeah, $10 super chat. Yeah. So this one here, shout out to Through the Fingers, Derek, our legend, Cody for beating Tim Lewis, and Zach for his stage presence and backflips. Derek killing it and sharing the gains as always. Arm wrestling, Derek. Nice.
I do a lot of stuff on Instagram about all my lifts. That's the only place I've been active lately, on Instagram.
Oh, see, I'm a Facebook guy. Yeah, I gotta maybe check on it. Yeah, Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah, Carolyn watches all my stuff on there, but also I've always been there for her. If she ever has any questions or anything about training or how I target certain things, I'm always there for Carolyn, because she's
of course. Yeah. Just catching up. Oh, okay, I'm caught up now. Caught up with the chat. So listen, I am also on TRT, Derek. I had a question for you. I seen those things that you were doing there a couple of years back. You were getting those pellets in your back or in your butt. How did that work? Yeah,
I'm still doing it. That's what I just got.
Well, that's what you do still?
Yeah. So I go to a clinic. I got my testosterone levels checked when I was natural. It was at 226.
Yep. And that's me too. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I found this. It was actually Leroy Walker kind of put me onto this. So you go in there to this clinic. It's actually a plastic surgery place.
Yes,
I guess it's an elective surgery type of thing.
And
basically, I go in there, I turn on my side, I lay on a table. They make a small incision, not even an inch wide, like on my hip, butt meat kind of area.
Yeah.
And they stick in a straw, like a boba straw, down in there. They take the pellets, and the amount of pellets depends on the person and how many you need. But they put pellets down the straw in the different positions in your meat. And then once they're done, they pull that out. They put a piece of tape over there. You don't have to get stitched up or anything. And then you keep the bandage on there for like 2 days, and then you're good to go. Back to lifting.
How long does it last? And what about release? How do you know you're not getting too much or too little? Or
it lasts for 4 months. So you just do that once every 4 months. Go in there, and I'll get my blood levels checked. Cause I've been doing it for a few years now.
Yeah.
So I'll get my blood levels checked every once in a while, but it keeps me just around 1,000.
Okay.
consistently. Yeah, every time I've been checked. So it's
Wow.
super nice, man. I just wake up. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to try to get needles and stab myself or have somebody else stab me.
yeah.
I just have that in my system. So I feel great.
Oh. No, I don't think we have it here. But I mean, I'd be interested. I actually I get jabbed every 2 days, right? So
Yeah.
my wife does it though, so it's no big deal. I just pull a moon on her and she just sticks me in. Way I go, right? Raw dog gone. So
It'd be awesome to not have to jab twice a week.
Okay.
I do it every other day. Every other day I do it. But I also started doing it that way because I was like you, Derek, I was like 220 or something, right? And I was like, well, it had nothing to do with everyone thought I did it for arm wrestling. I wasn't healing. I knew something was wrong. I went and got my blood work done. My
Yeah.
doctor said, well, you have really low testosterone. And I said, well, fuck, I feel like it, right? So anyway, so I got, prescribed through a doctor, right, and everything, and I'm on TRT. But at first they were like injecting me with like quite a bit. I think I was getting 500 milligrams a week. But the thing is I would fly really high for a couple days, and then I found that I would just start crashing the last 2 to 3 days. I'd just be and my hormones were getting all fucked up because I'm a little heavy and fat. I was like aromatizing like estrogen and shit.
Yeah.
So
That's
anyway, I just found that taking less more often worked really good for me. But
Yep.
I mean, those balls, so they just slowly dissolve, and that's how you get it into your bloodstream.
Yep. Yeah, they're little pellets. They're like a big grain of rice that kind of look.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then they just sit there and slowly dissolve over 4 months.
And you found that you stayed pretty even all the way through.
Yep. I'll start feeling it in about 4 months. I'll start feeling like a little tired, a little more of this and that, estrogen creeping up. Like, okay, it's about time. And I'm usually, I'll check the date. Like, yeah, it's about time.
Sure enough. Yeah. I would be interested in checking it out, but I don't know if we have it. But I'm going to check it out because that'd be awesome. Imagine that every 4 months. You don't got to worry about it for 4 months.
And if I'm traveling, right? If I was taking vials, fly internationally to Russia with syringes and now it's just in my system. I don't have to worry about anything. It's just
I have to do that. Yeah. I gotta go to I got an event in Vegas, I think in October, maybe September. I'm not sure. There's one coming up. The M Spot's coming back, and they do Wicked Productions, and they're located in Las Vegas now. So anyway, going to be associated with them, helping promote them. I think I'll be head ref for the events. And but I'll have to bring my vial and my syringes, and I probably have problems at the crossing every time or whatever. But
I never got into reffing. What's funny is I went to it was like 5 years ago or so. A Mexico team hit me up deep down in Mexico, and they said they want me to come to their nationals, and they wanted me to be an honorary ref for the Mexican nationals.
Okay.
So got a flight, everything, flew deep down in Mexico. I get there and they give me this extra small referee shirt. It says I have my name on the back and stuff. I got big posters of me on the walls. And we get there and getting ready to set up for the tournament. Turns out I was the actual head ref, and that the other three referees had never arm wrestled before in their lives. Like, have no idea what's going on, and I'm not even a certified ref. And they're just like, all right, so teach them how to ref for arm wrestling. It starts in like 35 minutes, the tournament, and there we go. And I was like, I ref for like 9 hours, and I'm not even a certified ref. I mean, sometimes you got to put the shoes on.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? You would be a big. You know what? Would you be willing to go to Vegas sometime?
Yeah, it's only like 3.5, 4 hours.
Even just as a guest, guest appearance and shit, just kind of help promote an event. I mean, imagine, as long as everything's covered for you and everything, right? Just wondering.
Yeah, well, time allowing. The thing is, I work on the weekends. That's been the biggest hindrance.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, as I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's cash tips and everything like that. So if I have to call off work, I have to.
And you got to be reimbursed that money.
Yeah,
for sure. You can. Yeah. Okay. Well, still good to know, because I know that he's in the chat now, but he's about to do some amazing things with productions coming up. I don't know if you watched the intro, right? Did you see some of the footage? Like, did you see where I was walking out and I had all the screens around me and I was pulling that Chuck Young guy? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he did that production, and that production is fucking amazing from the start to finish. It was amazing production. You had cameras in the tables, fucking. You had camera guys following you around everywhere, top of the line equipment. Anyway, he's planning on really going big. So, and I know he was talking about just trying to get some bigger faces to just come and just kind of be like ambassador to the league and shit. So anyway, you never know. You might get a call from David Gilder maybe, because
Well, I
I
got a
think
giant face.
yeah, yes you do, yes you do. And then getting back to matches and stuff, would you like to get that back with Austin? Do you think, or even
Yeah,
with
that's yes. At some point, we'll match up, and I will destroy Austin.
another
but-
one is
Yeah.
I have another one, and I'll let my co-host get some words in and ask you some questions because I do hog sometimes. Sorry, guys. I think that you know what, even some of the losses I've seen you take, I think that you were dumb. I think that you're your worst. And this is I'm nobody, so don't get mad at me. But I think that you just get too in your head or something because that loss you took to Tom Nelson, you were destroying him. You just for some reason you couldn't stay on the pad. But
Yeah, well,
he shouldn't have won that match. Like you were definitely stronger individual in that match. I'm just saying. You know, what do
it's
you
my
think it is?
I mean, it's all my fault, right? All the matches, every loss I've ever had is my fault, and I put it nowhere else besides my fault because anything else is not productive.
I don't
And,
think it's that you're not capable. I think that you know, like I think
No,
that
I'm capable. But so like the Tom match, when I'm thinking about the second Tom match, the one I lost,
yeah,
it's 100% my fault. I trained for 3 weeks for Tom. My fault. I knew about the match for months. I couldn't get myself motivated enough to train for Tom. So I trained for 3 weeks. Completely my fault. Went in there, had a match. I wasn't strong enough to keep my elbow on the pad. My fault, right?
Mhm.
If I was strong enough, I wouldn't have had to go back that far to try to run from him. My fault, right? So it's 100% my fault. I should have been way more better prepped and taken Tom more serious. And at some point, we'll cross paths again, and I will. But yeah, the same, completely my fault. My fault against your boy Matt Mask. My fault against I don't ever put it on at refs or stuff like that at all, right?
Mhm.
It's completely my with who just said he just asked me Austin. So that one I didn't know the rules, and so until I got there because I didn't know they were going to do running fouls until I literally walked in the room right before our match. Like, by the way, it's running fouls. And for the months leading up to that, I've been in chats with people, and I was like, as long as it's not an endurance match or anything, I'll be fine.
Running fouls is an endurance match. Yeah,
right. We walked in there, and I was like, oh no. So I was having trouble breathing. I was so out of shape for that. So my fault. I should have checked up on the rules. 100%. I tried and I gassed. I was stronger the first couple rounds, then I gassed and he ended up winning. So my fault, 100%. I needed learning life lessons for sure.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to bring it up because I mean, I've just seen you where I'm like, he's dominant, but like little things like the elbow fouls and stuff like that, right? So, and I've been there.
The Tom Nelson one, I forgot. I got so used to pulling on East versus West pads that were bigger, and that was on normal 7x7, and I was like, oh no, I just kept running out of room in the base.
I know what you mean. You're going for the pin, and then you just come off. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, because I was like, I was like, well, you look dominant. You still look dominant in that match, believe it or not. It just was the elbow fouls, right? Not AVW Benji. The M's. Oh, so it's I don't know. It's either late September or October. I thought it was Halloween, but I think that they're changing it to September. Sean. I'll know more probably in a few days.
I want to quickly shout out our sponsor,
Oh, yes.
Legend Water.
Legend, the best water in arm wrestling. Naturally alkaline from a spring right near where it's manufactured, right in the ground alkaline.
I don't have one in my hands. I didn't. How do I get a case of this water?
Do you see right beside your face on the screen?
Reach right about here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you're in the same spot on your screen as mine, but yeah.
Oh, it's from Red Deer, Alberta. It's a local water company.
Oh.
Yeah. There. I'm gonna try to open this can. Pretty soon, I've been drinking so many of them, though. I'm gonna have to start filling them with water and just acting like it's the stuff.
Is it flavored water, or is it just like
it's got all natural minerals. It does taste a lot better than normal water, and they put it in a can basically to avoid that, the chemicals from the plastic bottles.
Yeah.
And then it's naturally alkaline, so it's good for you. Anything that's alkaline is better in your body than acidic, right? So
Hey, all right. I appreciate it.
yeah, good stuff though. Yep. We got some cool sponsors, but we got and then remember, guys, if you need handles, training handles, use promo code TTF Grip 10. Get 10% all off all your purchases on Burn Sport equipment. Yeah. Anyway, enough plugging.
Chat line right now.
Did you guys have some good questions for Derek that we finally got him on the pod?
Yeah. Some solid questions. Anybody? Do we have anything?
I got lots more still, but I just figured to let you guys get some.
Sorry, I was and just when you were saying that, I was saying that don't listen to Keanu in the chat. If you can see the chat, he's lying. He just is afraid that he's going to get smashed.
Oh, is that who you're facing pretty soon?
I'm hoping to get it set up for like November. We haven't had anything confirmed yet, but we have pulled before way back in the day in amateur league. I think we were 198s amateurs back in, I think it was like 2022, and now we're both 220s and pros, and yeah, so we gotta face again, see how, because I beat him left, he beat me right back in the day.
And speaking of Keanu McGill, anybody that's looking for a wicked arm wrestling app, check out Keanu's arm wrestling app. What's it called, guys? I forget.
Oh shit.
Well, so I'm trying to plug Keanu, and I forgot the name of his app.
I thought it was KL Lambie or something.
Yeah, he's got a wicked arm wrestling training app, and it's pretty cool, right? I've only heard good things about it, so check it out.
Two fingers code as well for it.
Yeah. Let me see here. Aluminum cans have plastic liners, though. Oh, do they all have plastic liners? I didn't know.
They might have a wax liner. I don't know.
A lot of the cans they have it's a different, like I was talking with a guy, and it's not an actual just like straight up plastic. It's more of a plant based liner in these cans.
Plant based, okay.
Yeah. But what about I never really heard you talk about the experience of in the beginning days of training with Brian Shaw and stuff like that, and like.
Yeah, that's cool. You were the first one to do it, Derek. Yeah,
that was so random. So like right now, if I told you guys like, hey, go train Tom Cruise how to arm wrestle, like, and you actually had the mission. You're like, all right, I'm gonna try to find a way to train Tom Cruise. Yeah. Like, what would you do? Like, how would you go? Maybe shoot him a message on Instagram, try to find his Instagram, and shoot him a
try. Yeah.
That's all. That's what I did with Brian. I just typed out a random message on Instagram. Never met him. No one plugged me in. There was no cool network, and he just his management team just got back to me, and they're like, I sent him like some videos of me working with Larry Wheels and stuff like that. Yeah. And they just got back to me. They're like, we like it. Let's do it. And I was, what? And so it was so random. And I was so excited. So immediately flew out there. And Brian is awesome. And I've been a big fan of him for a long time before that, just because I was always interested in how the world's strongest man, who's, my height and stuff like that, big guy, how he trains, how a top elite strength athlete takes care of his body. If you have money's no issue. Like, what would you do? How would you take care of yourself? How would you keep growing? Like, I was interested. So that was always really cool for me to watch. I based a lot of my early diets off what Brian was doing with the oh my gosh, I'm having brain fart. I'm getting old, man. The vertical diet, where you eat just ground beef and rice and veggies and stuff. And
is that with the bone broth and stuff in it? Like the
yeah. It's just basically fuel. It's just like hardcore fuel. Yeah. And but yeah, so going out there, I was always a big fan of Brian. And my at the time, my girlfriend with me, she flew out there and she was in shock because me and Brian were damn near finishing each other's sentences. I was just like, I don't know if I've ever gelled so well with somebody, like even off camera, or maybe I'm just fanboying so hard. I know this because I called him Brian Shaw to his face the entire time. I was like, "What's up, Brian Shaw?" And I see Brian Shaw. I kept saying Brian Shaw, but I'm a little more relaxed around him now. But his gym was insane. And it was just like how much of an arm wrestler can you make somebody in like a day or two? You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like we can make a ton of gains. There's more instructionary stuff. And I worked with Brian a few times, but I don't know. I mean, he's wants to learn. Obviously, he takes strength and sports very serious. So it's not like he's messing around and not taking the stuff as serious or competitive as he can. it's hard for these guys. All these guys I've worked with Larry Wheels, Brian Shaw, Martinez Lisis,
Martinez
dude,
is
they get the arm wrestling bug, which I totally understand, and then they get 8 million messages from every arm wrestler in the world trying to teach them their own way. And they get split up. One of the things I asked Larry, when like Larry had stopped arm wrestling, Larry lives out here. I see him every once in a while, and he said a few times if he could go back in time, he would just pick one coach and just stay the course with one. Because I understand everybody wants to get involved with them, and Devin will immediately, everybody's coming in, they're gonna start filming with them all, and then like, so everything I told him, I'm sure the next guy was like, oh no, don't do that, and then the next guy told him not to do that, and then he's just, so he couldn't. It's hard to stick with one thing, but those guys are in a tough position on their own with that big of a following, because you can't, especially Brian's retired from strongman, so he can't. Not all he has his own businesses, but a big thing is his YouTube, right? And who wants to watch someone losing all the time on YouTube? That's boring, right? So
that's
show up at a random event. How do you get? We could all get experience. We got our ass kicked a million times, I'm sure, right? And so that was important. That's an important part of the process is going there and getting your ass kicked and going to tournaments, doing all that. But you're
answering my question without me even asking it. That was awesome. It was good. I was just going to ask you that. Do you think that he got forced in? Like with Brian Shaw, like with his image and everything, he couldn't really afford to lose. I always said maybe right in the beginning, we wouldn't have expected him to win. That would have been a good time for him just to enter a bunch of tournaments and kind of get his ass kicked.
Well, we wouldn't have because we're arm wrestlers, but the random strength athlete would not understand.
That's true. That's true.
Right? That's his base of fans. They wouldn't understand why is he losing arm wrestling? What?
Well,
I get it. Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that like the technical and tendon strength and just overall like different muscles that you use to arm wrestle. Like even at this job, I have a foreman I think he's like 6'1", 6'3", but like he looks like he's 285 pounds of just muscle. And we arm wrestled, and I was letting him use two hands, and I was holding him center.
Yeah,
and he's
not connected.
And I was like, it's just what it is.
I think a lot of people see arm wrestling and think it's not like other sports where you need skill and technique. They're like, oh, it's easy. That's easy. And then they realize it's like every other sport. It's not easy. You got to take years to master.
Well, because it's such a tendon sport, right? Like, I think honestly it's in stages. I always look at arm wrestling, especially with my own journey. The first year is about getting through the pain, right? You start getting through the pain, usually about after a year. If you're so used to the pain, I think you still get it, but now you're numb to it.
Yeah.
Then 3 years you get a breakthrough because now all of a sudden you found your connection in some of your lanes. And then 5 years you get another breakthrough because the last 2 years it took you four fucking years to figure out what works for you in training, right? Because it's such a journey, arm wrestling, right? Like it's anybody that just goes boom, starts arm wrestling and 2 years later is number one in their fucking state and everything. That's just a phenom, right? Like it's very rare, right? I would say 5 years.
Those things though, those steps I think in a career are super important. They kind of sometimes have to follow in a certain order. I mean, you could try to jump past things, but so Megan Michael, you brought up, there's things that we call the curse of strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're never the weaker guy, you never need to learn how to arm wrestle really well until one day you are the weaker guy 3 years in and you're like, what? Like I've never been overpowered in my move. And all of a sudden you have to try to figure out a way to do it. So I love that I started and I wasn't very strong because I learned how to manifest strength, how to go way out there to top roll somebody or put your shoulder all the way, like trying to find ways to get things done. That's a super important part of arm wrestling, to be the weaker guy, to get your ass kicked, to spend 8 million hours on the table, to go home with all those pains and push through all that stuff. That's an integral part of the sport. And then also as you're going through all those phases, like I remember I always thought when I was getting into arm wrestling, I thought like, oh, I'm training really serious now. I've been doing these bands. Like at first there was no team. I didn't have my own team. And I was like, I'm pulling these bands. I'm pretty serious into arm wrestling right now. I'm arm wrestling these bands. And then then eventually I do bands and I'm watching YouTube videos. Oh, I'm up in my game. And every like year or so, I would think I was killing it. And then I would do something else. Like I even started kind of eating right. Oh man, I'm taking arm wrestling so serious right now. I'm going to be a pro. And then still like to this day, I'm still finding ways to, especially when I'm going all out with it, like where you can keep making better adjustments and keep becoming more of not just an arm wrestler, but an athlete. Like arm wrestlers rarely look at themselves as athletes. And if you want to make it to the level it's going, I mean, look at Morozov, dude. If you're not, you have to be an athlete. Unless you have 40 years arm wrestling, your arm only opens up to right there, you better be an athlete. All things considered a strength athlete at that, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that going through these phases in your career, at right now I need table time, right now I need gym, right now I need to work on my tendons, right now I need to work on the technique or whatever, and based on your weight classes and where your experience level, those are all important things. If you jump in, and this is why I have problems all the time with people, new guys, just emulating Devin so much from day one.
Yeah.
Love Devin, right? But when those new guys are trying to do these 1-inch lifts and they have they don't know any technique, they don't know, they have no muscle fibers to speak of at all. They're trying to do a 1-inch lift and strengthen. Yeah, it's important. I'm always like preaching this to all the new guys and my team and everybody, is that like you have to go through the phase. You have to build a foundation, and slowly you have to work on that foundation till eventually you're worrying about small 1-inch lifts. And then you start talking about, are you programming and prepping for a specific match? And then we talk about peaking and all this stuff. But like, I don't know, man. It's just these phases are important.
I agree, Derek.
I think that the phases really count. Like a lot of people say 5 years to be somewhat like to see where your level is going to be roughly in your life.
Still depends on the person. I know guys 5 years that still suck, right? So,
but like I think it also on how you train. Like my first, I'd say 4 years arm wrestling, I did 2 tournaments and I just went to practice. I never trained at home. I never did really much. I bought the stuff, but I never actually took the time to train at home. But it was the last 2.5 years where I've been really training at home, going to practice, really thinking about things, going to lots of tournaments, super matches. And I've went from here to now I'm like way back up here. And like you were saying with the starting off week, when I started arm wrestling, I was a bitch. I was like decently strong when it comes to like arm work, but I had no natural skill at all. Like everyone was beating me.
Yep.
And everything I have today, like there's people that were gifted more from the beginning and are still at the same level I am now, but I've just had to I feel more like I've earned it.
Yeah. I was the same way. I started, well, you know, Cody and Zach. I started around the time Zach started, but I was a 300 and something pound guy that walked in and was getting my ass handed to me by like fucking everybody. And I'm like, you know, some guys would tuck their tail and run. Me, I kind of was like, can you imagine when I learn how to do this? I could kick all these guys' ass right now, but they're kicking my ass. So you know what? I'm going to be fucking amazing. I just looked at it opposite. I looked at it, well, once I learn this shit, they're all fucked, right? So, yeah, and it motivated me just losing to everybody. It was like definitely being a big guy, thinking you're going to go in and just crush everyone, and then you get humbled basically by everybody. Yeah, that's kind of was my story, right? Just like everybody beat me. And Cody was beating me for a long time when I started because he pulled different then. He was a flop presser. And I didn't know how to beat the flop press. Guys would start like this, and then, or he would just give his hand and he'd be into this flop press, and I couldn't figure it out, right? It took me like how long, Cody, did it take me to figure out the flop press? Maybe longer, maybe in 3 months. I don't know. But it took me a long time. And all I cared about was beating Cody's flop press.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, small goals, right? Small goals. Yeah.
Well, setting those small goals is important. Like I always got in and I had the major goal of wanting to be the best in the world, right? That was the major goal. But I identified that it's going to take a lot of small baby steps before we get there. And I had gotten good at, I was a high school and college basketball player. That was my first passion. And I sucked. And then I got pretty good. And then I became a professional video game player and I sucked. And then I got pretty good. So getting into arm wrestling, I realized I'm going to suck, for a while, right? But let's start getting this over with. So every tournament I'd go to, every practice, I went as hard as I could, pulled as many classes as I could, after pulled as much as I could, because I knew I wasn't getting my ass kicked. Let's just hurry up and get this part over with and start learning these lessons ASAP, right?
Yeah, and just being ripped open and stuff. That's the stuff that trains.
Literally doing it is the fastest.
Yeah, exactly. Super chat, $1.99 USD. I believe in you, Derek. Poisey DC2, your teammate. Believes
Thank
in
you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I believe in Derek too. I think he's still going to be in the top 10 in the world eventually.
Well, I'm only 21, so I got a lot ahead of me.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? You definitely don't look your age, right?
I appreciate that. The long time history of how old I am.
Yeah.
People just
I got an idea just because of watching pods and everything. You're probably just getting close to turning 40.
I mean, they show his age when he has arm wrestling.
He was 38. I remember with him saying he was 38, but that had to have been 2 years ago.
I'm 40. I'm 40 right now.
Yeah, 40. Yeah. So I figured 40. Yeah. And you're still young, Buck. I'm fucking old as shit. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
as
gonna be
long as
50
guys
soon.
like Devin and Michael Todd and them can keep going, I can keep going.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I didn't even start pulling until I was 42, 43 years old. So
Well, I started at
I got a
25,
question
but
for you, Derek.
what's up?
Yeah, I also started at 25. Out of your recent matches, I'd say in the past 4 years, who would you want to have the rematch with the most? Wins or losses, just the person you want the rematch with the most.
Like in general, if I could just magically have that win back, or who would I want to face first? On
Either
Uncut
You
way.
could rematch any
Most
of
important.
them, even if you won the match. You could have a match with any of them again.
I mean, obviously, getting a win on like Morozov would be amazing right now. Like
That would be cool.
his name is so ridiculous,
You
right?
got
But
to pull him though, at least. Yeah.
yeah. The thing is, I never really wanted to pull Matt. I was never, because we're in a different weight class, so I was never really interested in pulling Matt. Obviously, there was money, you know, and
Yeah.
but now he has that win, so there is a part of me for sure that wants to pull Matt and get that back and be the super heavyweight like I was supposed to be and beat the lighter guy, you know.
Matt's like a super though. He's crazy.
Yeah, he can be super whenever he wants to be. Man, that's a tough one. Yeah, if I can magically snap my fingers, probably Morozov because he's the highest level guy that I lost to. But if my first match, I want to kind of ease back into things. So if I'm going on a revenge tour, then my first match would be either Tom or Austin, probably. I'd put Matt like in like the third or fourth match somewhere in there.
Did you pull Rivas too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if he still arm wrestles. I mean, I haven't seen anything.
Since Vitaly broke his finger. Yeah, that was the last time.
Hey? Well, he lost like 3 matches in a row, and then I haven't seen him.
No.
Yeah, he was on a tear. And then
What was his name? His name F.A.? Was it F.A.?
F.A. Comic. F.A. Comic.
You faced him, right, Derek?
No, I never. I've practiced pulled with FA, but I've never.
Who's the guy? I'm trying to think. He was a big dude. He was a really big dude.
The Iranian guy. You won that match.
Yeah.
The Iranian Hulk.
Yeah, that was a good match. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I was hyped for that one. I was hyped because the prep for that one was really good, and I worked with Paul Lynn. So Paul goes all the way, especially at that time, went to every East First West. So, and Paul's amazing. There's not a lot of people that I highly respect in terms of their prep and their seriousness. And Paul is an athlete, trains like an athlete, trains against athletes. So, and just a super good dude. So for that entire prep, from the moment I found out about the match, me and Paul sat down, watched video, came up with game plan A, B, and C. And I updated him the entire training prep for that, like all my lifts. Oh, I hit this, and we talked about which muscle groups we want to get the strongest for our plan, for my plan against Mehdi. His name is Mehdi, and so that was a lot of fun. Then Paul was in my corner too, which I generally don't like having people in my corner too much, unless they've been through the prep with me that whole time, because then he knows
how you pull too. Yeah,
right, exactly. So I've had times where I've had Todd Hutchings and all these people in my corner, and they're great. They know their shit, but they don't know me.
They don't know you and how.
Yeah. And so it was great because Paul was right there next to me, and we're talking, okay, should we switch to plan C now or this? No, let's stay on that. Like, that's working. And so that win felt really good. Obviously, it was my first win on East First West stage, but also it was it meant a lot because I was able to share it completely. I remember my girlfriend at the time, she was on stage, and I won, and I ran over and I hugged Paul. And I didn't go hug her. She was so mad at me for not going to hug her.
Yeah, but still, Paul, no, I get it though. I think that's
always
why
part of the team.
Well, that's why everyone says, why do you always have to have? I always want Sean in my corner because he knows me. Like he's been my corner man since I started arm wrestling.
Yeah,
right?
You always want someone in your corner, that knows your strengths, so that if A isn't working, they know what your B and C is, like Derek's saying, so that they don't tell you, go for this, go for the low hand. If you know me, low hand does not work. You just got to go for the low hand and be like, trust me, that's not going to work. This can be worse.
I had that. Sean said against Sean Ross. I remember I was pulling him, and Sean's like, he's got a small thumb. You got to low hand him. I'm like, okay, I haven't done a lot of low hands, but boom, I took his hand. I was like, fuck yeah. And it was like, that kind of shit. But I think you, Zach, or Cody, you guys would be fine in my corner too. Like, you know me well.
Oh, yeah. But if you feel comfortable and confident with that person, definitely have them, right?
Yeah, I think Sean's more like a luck charm for me. When he's in my corner, I just feel like you can't lose. You know what I mean?
Well, that's gives the confidence, totally.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Damn right. So I'm shooting. So I think Cody, Zach, you're going to be lined up with Pelko soon. So we're going to get Zach versus Kevin Pelko. So
Oh.
I think that would be a really, really good match. Yeah, Zach, like I said, Zach's a 2-time Canadian national champ. He won the right and left arm last year. So he's good. And Cody's been on a tear, especially on his left, like beating Tim Lewis, basically slow pulling Tim Lewis and beating him where Tim Lewis is strong. So it was left-handed because Tim's right sucks, right? But I'm looking to get on the top 20, and I made a little goal plan this next year. If I win the next 2-3 matches, I'd like to pull a guy from Kentucky. And I was going to say, have you pulled him? His name's Sonny Gay. Have you pulled Sonny Gay?
I think I've seen the name, but I don't believe I've pulled.
No, yeah. I've been trying to get info on him. I've watched like a few videos that are out there, but I think that top 20 for the supers in North America is pretty stacked, though. It's actually quite the list. yeah. It's like, yeah. But anyway, he's the guy that I've targeted, so I'm gonna go. He's 18, number 18. So my next goal is to get top 20. Yeah.
In terms of names that like I haven't people I haven't pulled that I want to pull in North America specifically, at some point, and
you want Dave Chase?
Dave asked me. Oh yeah, but Dave's a heavyweight. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still strong to beat supers.
Might be stronger.
Yeah, I know. But these guys have tried to have matches with me, and we've talked about it. But I want to be absolutely prepared for matches with these guys, and because I respect how strong they are. Is at some point I will face, and like I said forever, I will beat Corey West when we face each other. And because Corey, there's a long time thing there.
Chance and Corey, that was the whole dilemma.
They put me and Chance together, but me and Chance are boys, and so we were never like private conversations. We're like, let's just keep going forward and trying to beat them, beat everybody else. But then the other one is oh my gosh, brain fart, big guy. I think he's ranked like 11th or 12th right now.
Wallace Dilly.
Yeah, Wallace Dilly. Yeah. So both those guys, Corey and Wallace, I have a ton of respect for their abilities and how strong they are on the table. And because of that, I want to be top tier ready. By the time I face them, I cannot go in there as any kind of slouch. And so the times their names have popped up have been I haven't trained for 3 months, and they're like, "Hey, next month you want to face them?" I'm like, I won't have any. They will beat me. 100% they will beat me. I need to be prepped. I'm not prepped all the time because I suck mentally and I get demotivated and I stop training. But it's completely out of respect. They will say, "Derek's scared." No, I just know my abilities. I know you're going to be. If I face you in 2 weeks, I'm not ready.
I want to prep. I'm the same.
You
I like
fights,
to prep
man.
for
You gotta
somebody.
pick your fights.
But I changed my style and everything for opponents. So
those are the guys I want to beat, and I want to pull and beat that in North America. Those are the biggest names that I'm kind of like working my way towards.
Stand out for you. That are like, they're worthwhile and they're good just to have in your mental capacity that you've beaten them. Right? Yeah.
I don't want to pull Chance because I'll just destroy Chance.
I just remember it was always everyone said, who's the guy, Derek, Chance, or the big guy, Corey.
Corey.
Yeah. So,
well, I think I don't know what the rankings look like currently. Last I looked, I think Corey was if they moved Dave down to heavyweight, I don't know if that made space, but Corey was like number 5 or 4. He was like the gatekeeper to get into the old guys, the old top 5 guys.
Is this right-handed?
Yeah.
Corey West is number 5.
Okay. Who's above him right now? Jerry, Devin,
Jerry Cataract, Michael Todd, Devin Lorette.
So, wow, because 3 of those guys are pulling heavyweights.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so the goal is always to try to be the next, North American legendary super heavyweight arm wrestler. But those guys have put in so many years and taken it so serious, it's hard. But I feel like I have to beat Corey to start trying to call out those guys or have those matches,
Yeah. Right now, right-handed 242 is Brad Grundy, then Matt Mask, and then Marcelo Barboza.
When Brad faced Matt, so Matt beat me, right? And I had a plan A and plan B and a plan C. I ended up trying plan A against Matt. He busted my wrist all out, and then once your wrist is just screwed, it's just screwed. Nothing left to do. So, but my plan B was to kind of basically do what Matt does, but back to him, like low hand against Matt, right? So just see who can apply more pressure that way.
Back pressure is the way.
Yeah, and then so I lose, and then like 2 weeks later, it was really soon after, I see Brad pull him and Brad low hands Matt, and I was so mad to see it work. I was like, dude, I was so mad to see Brad execute it perfectly.
Pulled it off, yeah. It blew my mind when he did it too. I was like, Wow. Yeah. Brad's a really he's a smart puller, man. He's somebody that I actually like a lot. Is
Mm.
Brad Grundy. Yeah, guy's super nice guy, but like super smart, too. Yeah. Yeah. So
But, Derek, would you be interested in pulling Rick Heidebrecht?
You know that name's
Josh
brought up a
Bellin
time.
is what I want to pull.
So yeah, Rick, because he's a big guy, he's Canadian. I've never been to
Yeah.
Canada because I had a layover one time. But every time anybody's like names get brought up and Canadian super heavyweights get brought up, Rick's been brought up to me. I'd be down for sure. It's just I've never seen him around.
Would you
We've never
pull him at
crossed-
Mac?
I mean, everything makes sense.
10-inch pad, 10 by 10.
Heidebrecht still is he back from his bicep? He popped his bicep tendon right last year. I don't know what kind of condition he's in now. Yeah. I would like to see Josh. See, I always thought Josh is working up to pull Derek because Josh is, well, you can get him back for pounding Mega Mike because I think in Colorado he slammed flash pin Mega Mike. So you could get Josh back for Mega Mike. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a while ago, but Josh is a big long beard, right?
Yeah.
And the tall guy.
Yeah.
I was talking to him for a while.
Green giant.
Yeah, super nice guy.
He moved up again. I think he's 9th or 8th in North America now on the right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I haven't pulled.
Cody can tell us because he's in the hook on the fly.
So, Josh Bellin's number 14.
Oh, he's 14.
Am I on the list still? Am I still on the list?
Yeah,
Derek's number 10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, top 10 still. I got
Yeah.
I think when I beat Tim Bresnan, I think I was at 5th at one point.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah, Tim Bresnan. Yeah, you beat him good. Well, you pulled him twice. He beat you the first time, and then
You whooped my ass the first time.
Yeah,
I've
got
never
him back.
obsessed over an arm wrestler as much as I did for Tim for like 3 years until I had my revenge.
Yeah.
I was like, he's so crazy to pull because he has a relatively small hand, and it was the strongest fingers I've ever felt on a human being ever.
Really?
Like he got by our last Ready Go, like I think he beat me 6-0. But the last Ready Go, I was trying to top roll at that point. He barely had coverage, like not even to the bone, like just barely covering my thumb. And I was getting ready to top roll as far as I could out, and he goes, "Just
Still
say
like
go."
steel.
He would contain me with nothing. He just throw me back in. So later, I was like, "How do your fingers so strong?" And he gave me his workout. He does fingers, and I've been doing that since then, my entire career. But I studied so much for Tim on what pressures he loses to sometimes and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I developed basically the same moves I do now came from that prep for Tim. Like I still carried a lot of that into the rest of my arm wrestling.
I don't think you want to thumb pronate him. I think you'd more want to cup through his pronation, right? If you're pulling in,
So, Derek,
like kind of high hook him.
Yeah. It was basically I
you said he had the strongest fingers you've ever felt, and he gave you the workout. Would you bless us with this finger workout?
It's no, it's problem. I put it on my Instagram all the time. It's super simple, man. He just stood over a squat rack or with like safety bars down low. He would just grab a barbell two-handed, and his arm would be straight down and be holding the bar. He just lets it roll down to his fingertips as far as he can let it go, and then gripped it back into his palm. That's it. And so I've been, like I said, that's the only grip work I've done for years. And I got up to the point of closing this 3.5 right here, which is like a very small list of people. And that only grip work I've ever done is I would close this on stream once a week. I would try to close it on stream for like 2 reps, and then I would do that grip workout twice a week. I did that for like 3 years, and I got to closing the 3.5 and elite level grip strength.
Yeah, pretty high. Yeah,
Because
I haven't done a 3.5 yet.
I got a decent sized palm, but my fingers are short. So I don't get a lot of coverage here. And like even watching like Cody Woods videos lately, he's saying like multi-spinner, because I was always training multi-spinner. He said that's better for people with long fingers because your hand's more around the back of their hand. So when they pronate into it, you're feeling more of the rotational force. Where with the shorthand guy, your fingers are here and you're feeling more dynamic force on your fingers.
Yeah, but Cody says some wacky shit, like saying that the wrist wrench is garbage and doesn't do nothing for arm wrestlers. I disagree with that.
You didn't listen to the whole video. In that Cody Wood video, he said for short, small-handed arm wrestlers. He said if you have a big hand, it's amazing. But he said for small-handed arm wrestlers.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that's true. I mean, the wrist wrench, you can hit everything.
I agree with what he said. No, I agree with what he said, though, because he was saying for small-handed guys like me, it's not that you can't, Brian. There's just always going to be something better for small-handed guys to hit every different angle. Just
Yeah.
because if you have a big hand, it's encompassing.
There's always another exercise or another
That was
thing.
kind of his only point was it's not going to be the best tool. Is what he was getting at. Is it
Yeah.
might
Smaller
work, but
diameter-
it wasn't gonna be something better.
Small diameter stuff is great. And people overestimate big diameter handles. Bosgan Segoyan, like multiple world champion down here, tiny hand. He always used small diameter handles and stuff. He has a small hand. It doesn't need to be something where you're trying to curl your hand open like this and stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
help. That's why the lift I was just talking about, that one, it's a normal barbell. You just let it go down your fingertips. So it's getting a lot of finger work. It's just straight gravity. Well, now Tim says he got up to 315 he'd work with 315. I bet like
Easy.
I'll do like 255 and I'm like straining my life away to get like 6. But that I would say that Cody for what you were talking about, but also I don't know if you've ever been to a Travis Bagent seminar. I've been to a million seminars and listened to these guys.
I've watched
been
the
a lot.
whole one. I've watched.
Because I've seen a bunch of them.
One thing Travis talks about, I don't really have a towel next to me, but I'll use a sock. So he would always work at the bars, and he'd always talk about how he would have a towel in his pocket, always a towel on him, and he would take a hand towel and he would wrap it around his hand. Now the point of this was that he would put the towel as deep in his palm as he could, and all night he would sit there while talking to people and just keep squeezing that towel. Now the point was to get used to only having things deep in your palm, so subconsciously, if anything is ever touching your fingers, it sets off alarms, right? Because we're all stronger in our palms. So when he gets a grip, even if he's talking to somebody else is getting a grip, he always never lets anything touch his fingers because he spends so much time keeping everything. He grabs a door handle, everything in his palm. He doesn't let anything touch his fingers. So that's why he spent years training that just muscle memory, just squeezing that towel.
Yeah. I did that for the first year and a half. I was squeezing a towel all the time, but then I realized I don't really pull like him, and I was squeezing too much in the setup, and it was bad. But I mean, it did work though. It made my fingers strong as fuck. And
I don't know how much stronger it'll make you, but I think it's just to get you used to having things
programming. Yeah, but it does make it makes your fist, well, especially the way he pretty much says, set up, and you're basically making that fist. And I mean, yeah, that's totally for that style of pulling. I mean, it totally would make sense, right?
I kind of bought this off of Amazon. It's just a little block with little finger like grips on it. You got the bigger side and the smaller side, and I have 2 of them. And I'll just start I'll do face pulls and just have it set up like this, and I can just train like that.
No, I think it's super important for people to train the last digit too, because people train fingers. But if you train this, because this folding back is an inch and a half of coverage that you just lost. So it has to be strong to your fingertips.
That's your fail point, really.
I agree.
That's basically all that's training is just that fingertip. And so I just do the heavy weight, and then I also do this motion while doing it, trying to attack the fingertips.
Yeah. Well, any efficient top roller knows that the weakest point is your fingertips. So to target everybody's fingertips to find a way out. So
that's true.
I mean, those have to be iron for sure.
Yeah, they fail, like you said. That's half of that. Yeah, if you're holding on, that's a half an inch. That could be the pin, right? So.
Yep.
But I've noticed that even now, because I do it every day. I'm doing it every day, and my fingertips are starting to get numb. Yeah, I'm starting to get they're not used to it.
Oh, numb fingers. Yeah, where they're just numb all the time.
Yeah, just the tips are. I can go smacking on a table. It doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Getting too strong for your own finger.
Mighty Mouse. That's why you got the name. Strong guy.
Well, even scaffolding, we have when we you say if you're in the chain and I'm in the chain and there's a deck level above me, the decks, a lot of them have about that, just the first knuckle little lip on the bottom. And when I'm not doing anything, I've started grabbing those and I'll try to hang with my body weight. And everyone's looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm training my fingertips.
That's a good question. What is considered a long hand? Bob Anderson says over 8 inches, ? I don't know. I've never measured is it from here, your palm to your fingertip? I think I've been measuring.
It's not a standard size. I'd say it goes weight class to weight class, right? So smaller weight classes, the average would be smaller. The bigger weight classes, it's bigger.
I know my hand's always short and smaller than most people in my class.
Mine from here to tip of middle finger is 8 inches exactly, which I have a big palm but short fingers.
Yeah, but your palm, that's still coverage, and you would still get. I mean, you probably your fingers will end up in the same spot if it was more fingers and a shorter palm. I think wouldn't it?
No, I don't, because those other people they're trying to set up. You got to match the webbing. So I'll have more hand down here.
Hmm.
Yeah, measuring tape somewhere. I feel like I just saw it like last week. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. I always wanted to, and I want to measure. I know. I'm like, honey, come on, get the measuring tape.
I just keep this thing around all the time. I'm gonna get back and do my podcast. By the way, those are gonna start up again.
Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, I used to watch it quite often. I haven't.
Yeah,
I
you've been
haven't been
chilling.
popping up. Yeah.
Thanks.
I was just solo though. I think I had one guest on one time. That's it. I think I did.
We're always
like,
solo.
I did like 4 years solo.
Because it was just easier to stay focused.
Yeah, and I just interact with the chat the whole time.
Mhm.
Things get boring. I'd be like, all right, that's about it. Let's turn it off.
No, you did. You did good. I have a hard time. Like if these guys can't make it, I won't do it. I don't like solo. I suck at it. Yeah. Or I'll rant. I'll just go on big rants, and then it's not good. No. So you said nothing coming up. So you got nothing planned right now.
No, not right now. I mean, I have some cool ideas of like training things, and I've been trying to make some stuff happen. So there, if everything goes well, there should be some cool announcements, but I can't really say anything out loud.
Mhm.
But yeah, just it all ends up with me being the best version of myself. So that's the goal. You know.
So you're gonna post some of the training on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, like
Better.
I said, I've been active on Instagram lately. I post a lot of my lifts on there. But I had to wait till I got to a certain level before I could start posting anything because they were pretty sad.
Oh, you didn't want to do. Oh, okay. I post even my light shit, even my blood flow stuff. Yeah.
Well, I got to build. You know, I'm trying to play in the big league, so I got to build this.
You gotta get
This
them,
height. I gotta build
numbers
height.
up. Yeah.
We're
Side
actually.
sector.
I know me and Brian. I hope hopefully next week we're going to be getting a product in that I think is going to really help with arm wrestling. Like just being able to maintain this at all times.
Yeah, we're
It's,
getting something cool. Yeah, pretty awesome.
The so I've been sponsor or I've had deals with a few grip companies or handle companies and stuff like that, and handles and tools and things like that I think are fantastic, but all they really do is help you isolate a certain thing that might be harder to isolate, right? It isolates your fingers or this one thing. I've told people before a bunch of, because I'll get new guys that are like, well, I need to buy this, and all of a sudden they'll have a shopping cart full of like 15 different handles. I'm like, dude, listen, I have literally boxes of handles next to me. It's so many, and I use a martial arts belt and a cone handle, and I don't even need those. I could get by without those as well. For a full arm wrestling workout at a conventional gym, I don't really need anything, right? As long as you know what to isolate, you know exactly how to hit the thing you're trying to hit, then you don't need anything. It just aids. It makes it a little easier, in my opinion. And I know all the grip companies will hate me saying that shit, but
Yeah.
No, you're totally right. You can be the best arm wrestler you can possibly be by arm wrestling the most. You know,
I think with me
all the
and
handles,
Brian,
you know all you want, but if the guy's arm wrestling 10 times as much as you, he's probably going to be a better arm wrestler. You know, so it comes down to you got to do both. Are you going to train with these
I
handles?
think you gotta do both. I think just table time. I've seen guys hit a very high level, but they always kind of plateau. Right? Are they getting to that elite level with just table time? I always find that you kind of eventually you need both. I think to be at an elite.
I feel like when you go into the super heavies, totally, because you have to, because the guy's always going to weigh 80 pounds, 100 pounds more than you.
Exactly.
But in the lighter weight classes, I don't know if it applies as much because
Well,
you're all over the level playing field.
I don't know. I do think that just arm wrestling, if you really put a lot into, like on the table, you can always progress. Like the greatest of all time only did table time.
hold on, I hate that argument. Hold on,
But
don't
he
bring-
still he
don't
went to
bring
the
John
gym.
into
Still,
this.
Obviously,
but he
First off,
still
we're
went to the
talking
gym.
98, 97, 98% of his training was table time.
But okay, John Brzenk, whose dad was a professional arm wrestler, his brother was a professional arm wrestler, grew up in an arm wrestling household, breaks his elbow, not his humerus, breaks his elbow, and that heals up weird. And then grows up, and his team is nothing but world champion teammates. So he wasn't just a guy who arm wrestled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Top tier teammates. Grew up his whole
Scenario.
puberty arm wrestling and had a weird elbow thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So people like to use that example, but there's not a lot of other examples. There's him and Devin also put a lot of time in on lifting. But so besides those guys, name some other giant examples of only pure table time that made it to the top. Because there's not.
Exactly.
right? So
Do
because I've spent way too many hours losing sleep thinking about how Drumbers ain't got so strong and or Devin and
Yeah,
this.
but he still
I can
did
think of a
gym
few
lifts, too.
guys
He-
who got to a high level, like Cobra Rhodes. I'd say did mostly table time and stuff, but he was never like unanimous number one either.
I never heard much about how Cobra trained. Actually, I have no idea. I've
From
never
what
heard.
I know, yeah, he did mostly tabletop, like vast most of them. But again, he wasn't the unanimous number one either, right?
Mhm.
It's just a guy who you can get really good, maybe not the best, but you can get really good. But I think it comes down to what Todd Zilla says. You want to get good at doing something, do it. You want to get the best, fastest way to get good at doing anything is to do that thing, not do something else that you think will help you do that thing. Do that thing. You know what I mean?
I agree
Pure
with what
West
you said.
beat there 2 weeks ago.
Again,
I don't
there
know
does come to
what
a
that
point
is.
where maybe your
Fuck,
training limits you, or what it's. I think it comes down to your training limits you more than the fact of the arm wrestling itself. I think you need to modify your arm wrestling training. To
Listen, I think so. I
things,
think
but I think it's
yeah.
always targeted on the
If
table.
you're focusing on building and progressing, you can do it by putting the work in, no matter which path you take. But you still
But
got to
I'll
put the
never
work in.
argue that a stronger human being in the same shoes as the person they are right now will always be better. Like if I had 10 pounds more muscle that was solid, I would probably destroy myself right now just because I'm still me, but with more power. So I'm never going to argue that building strength is going to hurt because I feel like building strength, as long as you're good at doing something or arm wrestling, is only going to help you.
Yeah. We got a super chat. Carolyn Looms, Brian, could you do a poll, please? Insta or Facebook? Oh yeah, sure, I can do it.
But I don't know. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like gym and table time, and I'll always do both because like I always worked out for mental health. Growing up as a kid, going through a very troubled childhood, I found doing the counseling and all that kind of stuff just made me madder as a kid. And then I found the gym, and it completely changed my life. I graduated. I became a way different person, and it's all because of the gym. So I'll be doing that till the day I die.
Mm.
So like with arm wrestling, I'll always integrate it, and like my whole garage is the gym.
It's an ongoing debate all the time about. There's three main approaches to getting stronger at arm wrestling. There's guys that are pure table time. There's the bulk of guys that try to recreate arm wrestling on a pulley with rubber bands, and then there's guys that lift more bodybuilder-y style. Right? I'm bulk of the bodybuilder-y style guy. You kind of you have to have elements of both. But the hardcore thing is that when you're new, we'll say years 0 to 4, you make gains no matter what you're doing. No matter any of the three, you're gonna, as long as you're on a table every once in a while, you're going to be moving forward, right? You're learning how to apply the strength, your bones, your ligaments, everything's getting ready for arm wrestling strength. So it's hard to, because you'll hear new guys like, this is the way. Really, dude, you'll make gains doing anything. Just go watch arm wrestling videos.
There's so many different ways you can gain that you're going to have to hit. It's going to take a long time to hit them all.
Exactly. I think later on, so because it's hard to measure that, I think that building a foundation is the most important part. So when I start working with my new guys, it's we start very specific things, and I start them with programming, but it's all about building foundations and then slowly working away from there. A lot of guys just go hardcore in one way or the other, and they don't realize 5 years in they've only been hooking this one style, and this style isn't going to work anymore. And so they're like, oh, I've only done this one thing. So it's about building fundamentals, building foundations to build an arm wrestler on top of. I like training isolated lifts. Like I train my bicep with a very isolated bicep lift because it's trackable. So on a table pulley, you can track that number, but you can cheat the shit out of that lift. And also that table pulley will never be an arm wrestler. It'll never fully recreate an arm wrestler, right? Not with all the pressures. So you did side pressure 50 pounds, but next week you were 3 inches tighter. Okay, yeah, of course you did more weight, right? So it's hard to quantify like exactly the gains you're making. And same thing with practice, right? So you go to practice and I'm feeling great and I started beating this guy. Now, are you beating this guy because he didn't sleep this week because it's practice? Are you beating this guy because you learned how to beat him, right? You just learned his move and where he's weak, or are you actually getting strong? So these are two ways that are really hard to track for me, right? To know I'm getting better because I've tried those. And I thought I was getting stronger and I went to a tournament and got destroyed. But the third way, which is kind of I got from Ing and Terzi, really understanding the arm, what muscles are there and what their jobs are and how to isolate them. Because all you do is you learn the arm, which is it's so shocking how many arm wrestlers don't know what's going on inside an arm. Like how many NASCAR drivers don't know what's going on inside an engine? Like none, right? They all know what's going on inside an engine. So we're arm wrestlers. We don't even know what muscles are where and what their jobs are, which is crazy. And I went 8 years without knowing. So to be fair,
Yeah.
But so I put a ton of time in watching anatomy videos that medical students have on YouTube. There's so many, and just learn the muscles, learn what their jobs are, and then there's a million bodybuilder videos of how to isolate muscles. They've been doing it forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can find them online in arm wrestling stuff. So I track those exact muscles. I know how they're used on an arm wrestling table. And then, but now when I lift them isolated, like for an isolated bicep lift on my short head of my bicep, I know for a fact, because it's isolated, that it is 15% stronger going into this match. It's been tracked. It's not a guess or whatever. I know it's stronger, right? So then when I go to a match and I'm training this way, it is absolution. It is so much confidence because I don't think I'm stronger. I don't hope. I know I'm stronger. So
I
then
agree.
right? So I personally need that because I'm a head case. I need to know I'm stronger going into this for a fact.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's
I
like Hutchings' conduit method and how he records everything: speed day, volume day, max day, right? I mean, that the proof's in the pudding, right? Like you know where you're at. Like you said, you see the result. You keep track of it. You know, you always know that you're getting. You know when you get weaker too, because your number will be less than what's recorded, right? So,
Right.
I think this is funny. So, Cody, you got another person that wants to pull you. We got Poisey DC2. I want to pull Cody even more now.
Who is this? Who is Poisey?
I don't know, but you know what? Somebody
Will,
every week wants to pull Cody. Cody is the most desired arm wrestler in arm wrestling. He's got about 15 people that want to smash him now. So
that's Will Clinton. Will's about
It's
200
like an
pounds.
easy target.
When he competes seriously, he's like 175, 180 when he competes seriously, but he's like 200 right now. But he wants to arm wrestle you because you have short fingers and he's a low hand top roller, like way out there.
Oh yeah,
He's really strong.
Cody's an open hand top roller. Yeah,
he's gonna assume that you're gonna try to get a hold of him. And he's gonna be like way out there. That's what he's assuming.
I
I
don't
already
know.
I already know Will.
Yeah, but that'd be cool.
Come to Canada.
Hey.
I hope
He's the King's mover. They call him the King's mover.
And like I said, I got on my left. I got that open hand top where I can sit there all day.
He beat Bob Brown like half a year ago or so, or a year ago. I don't know.
I think that's-
Yeah, Cody, I don't think your open top rolls as good as Bob's. Take him inside. That's fine.
Bob's in some good shape now, though. You know what? Bob's been looking pretty good, eh, guys? Yeah.
For
We
sure.
just had Bob down a month ago. He was at our event and gave us a personal seminar and did commentary for us. He's a really good person, Bob Brown.
Yeah, no, Will's not serious though. He's not gonna go to Canada anytime soon. He's not going
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah. No, Cody would love to pull him, probably. Yeah.
I, honestly, if it's someone that's not from like immediate area, that I wouldn't consider like a good match. Like someone from the States that I don't quite know and is, he has you saying he's a bad dude. People in chat are saying he's a bad dude. Yeah, I'd pull him. I'd love to.
Mhm.
So come on out. Come on out.
Come on out.
Quite the travel, but
All right. Well, yeah, we'll get with Will. Will, we need to start fundraising. We'll get some money for Cody, help him get out here, and then we'll set up.
Well, how about you come here? It's cheaper for you. Your guys' dollar. It takes $1.40 of our dollars to make one of your dollars.
Oh, yeah.
true. 40% cheaper for them. It's the same
Joe says
price tag.
Poinsy 165. No, Poinsy's like 200 pounds right now. Got a big old beer gut on him. When he's training, he's lighter when he's training serious, for sure.
So you know what's tough about Larry Wheels? I see people bringing him up. I'm sure he's the greatest guy in the world, but I watched all the Johnny Bravo videos, and now I'm all fucked up.
I watched some of them, but like at the same time, like
You
I
know
don't
him now personally. right?
Larry's always been super cool, and
Yeah.
I hate like people. It's when you're at that level of fame and stuff, it sucks. You can't go
Let's
anywhere.
tear
You're
it
hounded by
down, yeah.
people. Everybody's like
He can't do
looking
nothing.
into everything you do, making up their own assumptions about everything. If you don't give everybody a hug, then you're an asshole. Like
yeah.
it's hard to be those guys. And dude, I wish Larry would stay in the arm wrestling. He was so strong.
He was
By the time he
good.
left, he was so strong, and because he would probably been 3 in California behind me and Mega Mike at the time. By the time he quit, he was right there. I'd have practice wars with Larry at practice. He
Yeah.
was an absolute tank, and that was like 3 years in, 2 years in. If he was staying
Exactly.
with
That's
oh my
ODB. Yeah.
yeah, Larry was so good.
He
He's
just,
only like 45 minutes away from me. I need
he just
him
didn't weather the storm. If he would have just weathered it out a little longer,
I just don't think he had. From what I've seen, he didn't have the stomach for the potential arm breaks.
The Arj's injuries. I think the injury with his career and how he makes money, injury.
Well, don't pull new people and kind of like you go in that scenario, you got to understand that that's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I actually seen a
you
video.
knew yourself, and they're
guys
new,
are.
and you're pulling really hard. And Larry's a strong guy. You know what I mean? So even if he feels like, oh, I'm not trying that hard, he's a very strong guy. There's a lot of pressure on. You know what I mean?
Well, I
So
watched the video where he broke
I don't
that
think
guy.
it's that bad, but yeah.
And the guy wasn't in bad position, and Larry just barely like eased into it, and Buddy's arm just went.
Because
Like,
Yeah,
what-
that's bad.
Because as soon as you put the pressure on your humerus rotation, it doesn't take much. Especially if you lock it, even here, you can break your arm from here. It doesn't have to be here. You can break it from here if you lock it. Boom.
I tell my rule of thumb is if you're not strong enough to hook every random person on the street, don't arm wrestle anybody on the street. Because the safest way, right? Top rolling somebody is not safe as if you're arm wrestling a random person, right? Because
It's
they
true.
will still, they'll still
Puts them in a very compromised position.
and they'll still jam sideways. But if you make someone go palm up and you start making them do a curl, you might tear their bicep, but you probably won't break their arm. They stop going sideways when you make them go palm up,
Yeah, you're right.
right? So
Yeah,
if you
they'll
can't
start
do that
trying to.
somebody- yeah, if you can't hook somebody, don't arm wrestle anybody on the streets. That's my rule of thumb.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. The palm up thing, yeah, it totally turns it into.
Well, if you can
a
hook the guy and
bicep tendon tear.
almost guide where they go to, you can make it so that, okay, I'm going to put it so you don't break your arm, you know?
Yeah, I hook everybody. If I usually no one wants to arm wrestle me on the streets anyway, but if randomly I do, then I hook everybody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk by you and be like, yeah, let's arm wrestle this guy. I want to.
Yeah, see, I was
Actually, you know what? If I was walking down the street and Derek walked by me, I'd be like, Derek, let's go. Just because it's
Well, if it
Derek.
was Derek, yeah, I'd just be like a dude that size. I'd be like, I don't know.
You know what? Injuries can happen anyway. My son, he tore his UCL, and all I was doing was holding him center, and he was just trying to break me from center. And
I'm
he
saying,
did it.
Brian, the amount of force you were doing probably didn't seem much to you, but to him it was past his point. So he was going past his limit,
Yeah.
trying to break past something that was not going to be able to be broken past.
Yeah, I
That's
felt
why
like
when
that.
you do beginners, give them a wall they can break through. Don't give them a wall that they're going to smash
Yeah,
into easily.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I didn't know that then, but yeah, I felt like it. I'm
Everyone
my
knows.
own son. My son pops his shit while he's pulling me. It felt
That's
pretty.
Again, when you're new and stuff, you don't understand that because you think, oh, if I hold and I don't move, it's safe. Sometimes you put too much of a wall. The other person's just going to try as hard as they can and go into a bad position and hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Quick story. The most gangster, awesome arm break I've ever seen. I've seen a bunch of them, like 30, 40 in person.
Oh, I've seen a few.
And I had a teammate before I ever had my team. It was like a guy I was kind of training with before I ever started my team. His name was Tobias, big dude, like 400 pounds, and he's arm wrestling deep in a hook with this established hook puller out here. He's never beat him. He's getting close. He's on the A side, and he's deep in there. But the guy's cupping was turning him more palm up while he was still in the winning position. And so while he's going sideways in the winning position with his shoulder in a good spot, he got over rotated in his palm and all the pressure went there.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, right? So he snaps his arm and it stops. I'm sitting like 3 feet away on a bench, like right next to the table watching. And he just walks up next to me. He sits down next to me. He goes, "Damn it, Derek. I almost had him, huh? Shit." And nothing. I'm staring at him like, "Oh," and he's just down. He goes, "He's all, hey, babe, look at the truck. We got to go to the hospital." He's like, "Damn it, dude. I was so close, huh, Derek?" And my jaws just dropped. Because a lot of guys, they faint, they scream, all stuff.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
totally,
yeah.
"Damn it, man. I almost had him, huh?" Just talking to me. Dude,
Just
the guy
in
has
shock.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Beyond, he just seemed like nothing happened. He just seemed like a triple fell or something.
Yeah, I was kind of like that when I broke my collarbone. I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. I guess I'm going to the hospital.
No, when I tore my
sometimes you just get
elbow
depressed.
apart, I knew it. No. See, I was totally different when I
I
tore
got
my
depressed. I'm
elbow.
like, this fucking sucks.
It hurt, and it was like a zipper. It was like and it was like my whole arm just went. Oh, it was shit. Yeah, it was shit. You know
Well,
what?
actually,
Yeah.
we had watched an arm. It was kind of like an arm break. What happened was Buddy's tendon ripped off the bone, but it took a whole chunk of the bone with it. So like
Apparently, is a better case.
the whole tendon was still attached to the bone, but it like ripped out the side of the bone and went with it.
The attachment point to the bone was stronger than the bone itself. So
Yeah, he was saying he had a fracture. It pulled like a sliver of his bone out with the tendon, and then he actually had a fracture in the bone, from what I heard.
Ow, that bone just bumbling around in there and attached to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I feel like
I
it'd be
heard it.
easier to fix.
I was reffing.
It would heal quicker than a fully detached tendon.
I felt so bad. I felt that was my first arm break, you could say, or whatever it was, with
Well,
me
yeah.
repping. And yeah, there was nothing I could do though. They were in pretty safe. They were just in. He went like this to scoop or something, and
yeah,
then
he went
just
to do
went.
this, but instead of rotating, he just put his arm sideways. He went in the right position, but in the wrong pressure.
Yeah,
It looked like he
happened so quick.
knew with his hand in his body, but he didn't know to keep rotating, so it went into the hand. So you die by the hand there. You don't die by the
But it broke in his elbow. He broke it in his elbow.
Yeah, so it was just like. Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It's a rare break because that position is not something a new person goes into. That's not like something you teach a new person at all either. And he was pulling for a couple of years, I heard, so he wasn't like brand new. But
Holy man, chat, you're so active. So the Facebook won the poll, everybody. Barely. It was 56% Facebook and 44% Instagram.
Most
I
arm
think if
wrestlers
you post to Facebook, you can link it to your Instagram.
Well, you gotta think arm wrestling is very much of like, I'd say, middle-aged man up for the most part, and most of us grew up with Facebook.
Well, when I first started, we were all arm wrestlers were on a thing called the Northeast Board message board. It was like
I
a
heard of
forum,
it.
and then John Brzezinski and everybody was on there. Angan Terzi, it was just a forum, but you had to email the owner, and he would approve your name. So you had to wait like weeks or months to get an account in there.
Until he figured out who you were.
Yeah, you guys remember a guy named Stop Sign or Mac Tell? He was an arm wrestler. He kind of stopped. He was real loud, big personality from California.
Yeah, I think so.
But,
yeah.
He went on there. Apparently, the story is he went on there and was trolling so hard that he trolled John and everybody. So John was like, and John left. And as soon as John left, everybody started like Devin. Everybody's like, oh, they all left the forum. And then there was like a year where there was no place for arm wrestling, so everybody went to Facebook. And then we all just started making groups on Facebook.
Yeah, you're big on Instagram too, right? But not Instagram, Reddit. Yeah.
Oh, the subreddit. Yeah, that's a zoo. That's a zoo for sure.
Yeah, no, not for me. Yeah, I think I.
You get a lot of definitive statements there.
I journeyed into there, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
So my idea of the subreddit is I still like the idea. I like that there is a place on the internet that you can post about arm wrestling anonymously, and so people can get real people's opinions, because people will be too afraid. Like, say I hate this promoter in this event, and I had this crazy experience, and I want to share people with it, but Derek shares it, I'm banned, and all this drama comes and all stuff. So I think it's good that there's a place where people can anonymously say their thoughts about East versus West or whatever, right? And not worry about getting banned and shut. Yeah. So that part I like. It goes way too far though on Reddit. Like, it goes way too much. It's just super toxic and stuff. But I've had conversations with a lot of established arm wrestlers and high names in the sport about they want me to shut it down and do all this stuff. But I think it's good that there's still a place that's not, because Facebook, your name's right there. People won't say what they want to say. I like that people can talk freely, but you have to go in there with a thick skin, super thick skin for sure.
Or you could be like me and talk freely. You just have people hate you. Yeah, because I do it all the time.
Yeah. That's what happens. You got to be prepared for it. It's a jungle, man.
If you're saying something out of, like, they say a criticism, and you're trying to just say that out of, love and like you wanting the person to get better, or like not understanding who they are, like, you know what I always said, I don't like Camille Jablonski's online presence.
I don't like it either.
I can't say how he is as a person, but what he
apparently nice in real life. Yeah,
super nice in real life.
Yeah,
I've heard in real life he's really nice.
But then again,
I don't like his online personality.
No, I get, and you know what, MMT, super nice guy in real life, came on our podcast, super nice guy, but I fucking hate his social media. Like, it drives me nuts. I like him. Like, it's weird.
Ryan Mo's a buddy of mine. I love Ryan, but Blue Bowen, the YouTube account, it was just too much. I told Ryan I can't handle it. It was just too much, man. But I love Ryan. Ryan's great.
Yeah, right. He was on the podcast too. He was very awesome to talk to.
Yeah,
every arm wrestler's a great guy.
We have a pretty good crowd. I mean, if someone's a real asshole, then they don't stick around very long. They just get
people know too.
Yeah, they don't make it very far.
No, you're right. Actually, you know what? The podcast world, like, there's not a lot of people. A lot of, like, I like to say we get good numbers. Like, we got 33 people in here tonight. I mean, I'm really happy with that, right? Like, but
Derek fans, what's up?
There's only, what? How many of the same names do you see on the other podcasts, right? Like, there's only so many people watching podcasts. So yeah, I think if you have a podcast, I mean, I think you get weeded out if it sucks pretty quick. I think. I mean,
these are all my people, man. But 90% of the names in here I recognize. These
exactly.
are love all these people.
Yep. Yeah. I think we got a lot of them because you weren't doing as many shows. You kind of, yeah.
I try to check in there, but as you know, it's all consistency. So I've
Yeah.
had random ones where I'll go live, but I'll get like 6 people that no one just knows that I'm going live. It's all I gotta be consistent with it. I know, so I'll get everybody back.
Yeah. You know what? We just like
Matt, for an example.
Mm.
Bob Anderson, Matt Mass, for example, super chill and nice person, completely bananas at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No,
Matt's
I know.
great.
He's a super nice guy. Super
I'm gonna
nice.
make-
Yeah,
next
yeah.
time
Matt saves it all for the table. Trust me. He saves it all for the table.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
out
We got
after,
the Dan Flexman in the house. Hey, Dan. Dan's a good guy. Dan came out and trained with us for a couple months down here in Calgary. So that was
after Matt beat me and we were in Dubai, we went out and we chartered a yacht. So it was like him, his daughter, Sean, and Dakota, I believe, and then me and my girlfriend. It was like $700. So we all put like $100 in. We got the yacht for 2 or 3 hours, 2 jet skis, and like a crew. It took us out there. It's so much fun. So much fun.
yeah. That sounds
Yeah, I
like
saw a clip from that when either you or Matt
I've seen a
posted
post,
it. It was fun. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's awesome. Well, I don't know. I'm hoping someone challenges you or you challenge somebody, and
I think we'll see something coming.
I think Derek's got something coming up because like you're getting in shape, you're back into the training,
And he mentioned he can't mention anything, but he mentioned something's brewing.
yeah. So no worries.
There's something going on.
Always
But, you
working
know.
on stuff. You know, I've been out of the picture for a while, and I know my name's kind of in the mud right now because I lost to Tom. I get it, but I'll get back there, and I want to surpass my strongest by a lot. I want to go past my strongest point by a good amount, and I know what I need to do. Like my whole last 15 years of my life, last like 11 years of my life, when I've been running my team, has been nothing but learning how to train people and train myself so I can teach my team better. That's a very important thing. So the knowledge is there. I know how to do it all. I just got to go do it, and it takes a little bit of work. So
You know that's key. You know Devin. When I met Devin, and we were talking, I asked him like, okay, because everyone asked him, what's the first thing I should do? He said, you know what? Find somebody and train them. I said, what? He goes, yep. Because if you take someone under your wing and you're training them, makes you think so much more about what you're doing, and it totally reinforces your own bad habits on the table, and you will learn with the person you're training. So that was the number one advice he gave me as a newer arm wrestler back like 4 years ago. Yeah.
My most veteran guys on the team, we joke about how I ruined them because they were like my first. I was 4 years in when I started my team, and I was like, all right, I started teaching people what I didn't know, and then like. But looking back, I was like, "Oh, sorry about that, guys. Like, I'm sorry I had you doing this one thing for a year. That wasn't very good.
You were doing some crazy shit for a while, yeah.
That's crazy.
But I got it now. I'm confident now. It's all right. I got it.
About, I'd say maybe 4 years, I'll have my first person that I'm going to be training.
There you go.
My son.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's 1.5 now, so right around he's 5, I'll start.
I think we should do that reality show idea, Cody, that we talked about.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Oh, look at this, Carolyn.
I've only ever really trained really just Austin. Everyone else that I've ever like trained is just showing the basics to. Besides that, Austin.
Yeah, Austin, you put a lot of work into Austin. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, knowing the style, learning how it pulls, type of thing.
So Carolyn comes in with a $10 USD. Thank you very much, Carolyn. We appreciate you. Do we have a couple minutes for the Assassin pre-match summer results and Cody's power tiny clip, Brian? What's the tiny clip?
I have no idea what
she wants you to put a little tiny clip of showing Cody's power.
Do I
Oh,
you to decide.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe. I don't see why not. Maybe I can do that.
Well, she did super chat. 10
She did do quite a super chat.
That's true.
Yeah, she
So
did.
10 USD, so that's like $300.
You got to do it now.
I think I got to show some kind of power. What clip do you want me to show, Cody? What match recently?
Well, the 2 most recent ones. Let's go.
Oh, here I got one for you. I'll do Tim Lewis because I have it. I have it already.
The last 2 were, I'd say, mediocre level matches.
Okay. I'll find it here. I'll find it. You guys can still talk though while I'm looking for it. Well, it's not awkward.
I don't know who's Will talking crap to in the chat. Will, relax. Whatever you're talking crap to. I don't know who you're Relax. All right, this guy's out of control. I don't. Yeah, I think any Will clips you'd have to go on his Instagram. I think it's the only place you can find clips of him arm wrestling.
I think it's Buttsburg. he's just trolling in the chat.
I love it. You know what?
I don't know what he's.
Our chat, for the most part, is very. They really engage, and like, because we always chat and like talk with the guys in the chat, so we get a lot of engagement from everyone that's watching, and I love it because it.
Understand.
I find it really helps make everything flow a lot nicer.
Yeah, Joe Nello. Last two is just Tim and Alex, super low level. It's not even worth Cody's time, honestly.
Maybe you need to set up
Tim Lewis and Alex Mauritzis.
Well,
yeah.
Tim Lewis and Alex Mauritzis were not my last two. It'd be Jeff Miller and Dakota Shipton.
Okay, I got my guys in here. Jordan's in here from my team too. Jordan, where are my videos of your lifts, sir? You're supposed to send me videos nightly. I haven't gotten any today.
Oh, yeah. Getting called out on the podcast.
Yep.
Almost there. I gotta
got what? Dozens of people knowing that you're not doing your shit.
Come on, Jordan.
Okay, here we go. I think I can show.
Maybe you didn't do the lift yet. That's why I didn't send the video.
Sorry, guys. I'm not technical savvy, so.
Wait, Cody, how old? How much you weigh?
I'm I'm around 215 right now.
Oh, okay.
5'7".
Yeah, Will's. I think he's just around 200, but he's like 6'1" or something. Ish.
Okay, here's Cody and Tim. This is, I think, the final round or second last round. I already skipped to the straps.
Yeah, well, it always goes there with Tim. He has the straps 24/7.
I love the strap.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. It was just a quick, boom. Here, sorry.
Yeah, they did have a crazy multiple minute war as well. That was
Dude, my left arm was purple.
I'll show a clip from each of us, Carolyn. Cody's not getting all the hype.
Most people, when they faced him, they just flash top roll. But I really wanted to, I had to employ a little bit of top roll to keep his hand flat. But I really wanted to go inside and beat him with just inside power for the most part.
Well, yeah, you can over rotate with Tim really easily.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're back here. And you're like,
well, and he gets that stop in, that lock, and then you see it's not even like he's going. It's just like this slow diesel. Eventually he just brings it back and pins people. It's really weird. Yeah. Okay, Zach, I'm going to show a highlight from Zach now. He went up against a world champion in this match. So,
Zach, I see you doing the flips. Have people told you about the Chris Chandler incident with the backflip?
No, what happened?
So Chris Chandler, I think he started as a 165 arm wrestler. He got all the way up to damn near 300 pounds, bodybuilder.
Oh my god!
He was doing back. That was always his thing. He would win a match and he would do a backflip on stage always. And I think he maybe still does it. I haven't seen Chris in a while. But one time in Las Vegas, you ever see that match where Devin's pulling Oleg when Oleg was 175 left-handed? They had that crazy match. Yeah. So at that tournament, Chris won a match and he did a backflip, but he didn't quite stick it, and he slammed his head into the stage. No. I was so scared that was going to happen for years, and it finally happened right on that UAL tournament.
Yeah, don't do that, Zach. But Zach's actually he does rollouts and shit. He does more than just backflips. But here we go. We'll watch Zach get a pin now. Oh yeah, boom! Paul Andrews is actually a good puller. He's a multiple world champion actually. Yeah. But Zach came out firing that day. So there. Oh, and then you got to see me, Carolyn. You got to have one of the judge.
Well, Ponzi, however you pronounce that handle, was saying that I look small. How do I look small? I'm freaking. I'm 5'7", 215 pounds. That's the opposite of small from my height. I think if you think about it, I think it's your BMI. I'm supposed to be 160 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, but you got a lot. You're pretty thick, man. Like you
Yes.
put on a lot
The
of muscle.
MMI is what matters. Screw a BMI, bro. The MMI. What's your
Yeah.
muscle mass index?
No, I also pull right-handed, but my right hand is not as good as my left.
Very true.
Yeah, you got a judge
We got
pin.
Miles Hutton, ref in here.
Terry Plaschuk, and you know that was his last event. He's retired now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you retired after nationals. So here we go. Watch the judge smash Len. Actually, Len's pretty strong. He's older, but man, he's still a strong dude. I know.
Hey.
Side pressure. Yeah, I like the side pressure.
Also, former world champion.
Yes, yeah, and 50-time Canadian national champion.
Fucking Jonello.
Len the Bull Houghton. Well, he used to pull back in the day with like Brezink and fucking just all the greats.
Bob Brown started at the same time as
Len. Yeah.
Len, same year apparently.
Yeah.
Here's Will had a stream match. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a little video of Will. He's in the beanie.
Oh yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. I know this guy's.
Oh yeah. I've seen him too before. I've seen
As soon as
Chris.
I saw the beanie and I saw his face, I'm like, okay, I know who he is. He did.
He generally
He's
pulls
been really
outside.
good, actually.
Yeah, he like I said, normally I think in this match he was probably like 175 or so. It's where he usually competes at, but
Yeah.
he's just fat and out of shape right now.
I think I've seen him in your videos too.
Yeah, he's at every practice. He never misses one.
Well, he should add me on Facebook because I only.
That was nice. He like posted and rose, and then he just went straight over sideways. Wow.
He probably has a
That's
video. I know he has a video of him and Bob. He was really hyped in the Bob Brown win. Somewhere on here.
6'5" Cody.
I would love to be 6'5".
No, yeah.
Who's 6'5"?
No,
Sometimes I wish I was. Well, I don't know.
Cody.
Oh,
So almost another foot of height on me.
Yeah, but you know how much more you'd weigh. You'd be definitely a super heavyweight.
I'd be facing Derek.
Maybe, yeah.
At some point
day.
I gotta go pull pork chop at some point.
Yes, you
Yeah.
know what? Porchop's he's been really, he's climbing. Who'd he pull? Josh Ellington was his last one, right?
How'd that go?
Porky won, but actually Josh got out up 2-0.
Hey, Vaughn.
Yeah, and Porky came back and won 3-2. Yeah.
So that was a good win from Porky against Duvon too.
You know who was pulling that guy Josh coming up? Miles Hutton.
Or was it Duvon or was it Rickard? He pulled Duvon, didn't he?
Who? It was Rickard pulled the Wallace Dilly.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, the Borman brothers pulled one time, and
Duvon pulled Porchop. Oh no, yeah, it was Duvon. Porchop beat him though.
that's what I thought. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good match, man. Duvon was in that match, dude. I was really impressed.
Well, he
Hyper
kept
impressed.
going for that press.
He
Right?
made some technical mistakes. There was a moment where he had full control, and he just went the wrong direction, and then Porky stuck. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Mm,
But I mean, that's what you learn on the fly. He's never pulled pork chop before, so he wasn't sure where to go after he took the height in hand, right?
yeah.
So I don't know where he went. He might have
I
went
think
forward,
Porky's
back.
going down. He's not going to be a super anymore. He's been pulling 242. So I think that match with Josh Ellington or whatever his name is, I think that was a 242 match. I think so.
Josh hits 242.
Makes sense.
I mean, he's a lot skinnier than me, I guess.
Yeah. He's a strong guy. I've been watching some of his pulling too. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to look at everybody myself because I'm hoping in a year or two I can, you know what I mean? I might be pulling some of these guys eventually. So
Throw yourself at them. They just
Yeah.
look scarier than they are. They just look that way.
Hey, Derek.
I don't have a video of Bob. I felt bad.
I always do good when I'm not supposed to win. When I get a match and people think I'm just going to lose, that's when I do good. So even Len he didn't have to say yes to me. I was like ranked. What was I?
You were like close to Bob.
6th. I think I was 6th. Yeah, so I was 6th in Alberta, and he was 2, right? Yeah, you know what I really liked was the 3rd overall. Because right now, Josh Bellin and Matt Mask, they're the only 2 names above me in Alberta. That's cool. So at least I can say I was like, 2 guys below Matt, right?
Yeah.
Do you do much with your left arm, Derek?
It has, without giving out too much information for any potential opponent watching
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
it has a glaring weakness and an injury that never healed like 5 years ago. And so there's just certain things I can't do with it. But like I said before, like there's specific people it works well against, but guys that arm wrestle in a specific way, I just can't hold pressure in a specific angle. So I mean, yeah, if against the right guys, I've beaten like Ron Bath, I've beaten some really strong left-handed guys, and I think I got as high as like 7th in North America from those wins. But yeah, the wrong guys, it'll look stupid. I just won't. That's why I knew I was going to lose to Austin Jaggers. I was like, I won't. Your style doesn't work for me. I can't beat you. So I proved to be right. But yeah, I like pulling left. The certain things, my left wrist has never been injured ever, which is nice. So it rises and it's never had. So it's 15 years on there without it being injured at all, which is good. So there's certain things on it that are really solid, but other things not so much.
That makes sense.
I love arm wrestling left-handed. It's fun. I like it because there's no pressure. I don't put any pressure on myself left-handed. It's just a fun arm.
Hey, you know what, Sean? Listen. I'm sure there's tons of guys that can beat me. I'm just saying it's really nice to see my name as third. You know, I'm sure. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I can beat everybody or anything. It's cool. He's calling me out on it, right? But I'm not saying
as of right now, the only 2 people above you are those people.
it
And
is.
yes, there may be people below you that can beat you, but they haven't, or they haven't beat you to take that spot yet. But
That's
as of
true.
right now, you are above them.
Yeah. So I'll
And
enjoy
I think
it.
maybe Sean was saying more people hear that, they think that, oh, so if anyone below Bryce, you know what I mean? They might
Yeah,
get the wrong idea, thinking that's
Yeah,
about the rankings. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
More
fair.
important.
That's
I
well.
think
Listen,
that's probably
rankings.
more important.
Rankings are, you know what? There's only I only give them so much validity anyway because on a certain day, some you know what? There's guys. I'd say there's about 3 or 4 guys that I know I can beat on a really good day, but I know that on a good day for them, they can beat me. So you know, like I don't know. You know, the definite ones are Matt, right? That's why he's not on the rankings. He's obviously none of us like no one's near Matt in Alberta, right? Josh Bellin's another one, right? But if it's just you know, and if you got to call me out, Sean, go ahead. I mean, bro, it's like I don't care about it that much. But I didn't see anyone else challenging Len, right? I challenged Len. I got the match. I won, right? Like you know,
So
what I
as of
mean?
right now, you've earned a position that you got.
Yeah, there was 2 years he was in that rank, and somebody could have challenged him, right?
And
I challenged him.
in my opinion, if it bugs you, challenge and try to win it back or try to win it.
Yeah,
If not, be
yeah.
quiet.
Or why?
I actually think that would be a fun match, personally.
Wait, which rankings you guys talking about right now?
The
Our
Alberta
Alberta
ranking.
rankings.
Alberta rankings. Okay.
Okay.
Sean just kicked ass at Arm Wars. Like, come on, like you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Bigger and better things out there, right? But small little things, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. You know what? I called Len out, or he kind of called me out. I took the match, and I worked hard and I trained hard, right? And now Len's in there, but I don't give a shit. Yeah, like I trained hard and I earned it and I won. So you know what?
Don't let him steal your thunder, man.
Yeah,
I've been ranked above guys. Like I think I might still be ranked above Wallace Dilly, and like I just said, he probably would. I would have to be right now today. He would probably destroy me. Like I can no for sure. He'll destroy me, and I think I'm ranked ahead of him. But the match has to happen. It has to be proven, right? It has to happen.
Well, it is true. It has to be proven. It has to be in a match, right? And I mean, now Len's gonna bust my balls. He's like, "Come on, Brian, I just laid the smackdown on you." He did. I won the match, but in a practice and an after poll, Len felt really strong, and he was hitting through me. You know, and
Well,
he
there's
did.
also-
Len felt really strong. Yeah.
After pulling, you know, like yes, it feels good to beat someone that you know normally beats you in an after pull, but at the end of the day, it really means nothing. It's all on how you show up the day of.
Dude, I don't after pull anymore. At East versus West events, especially ones I commentate, I'll have my match and then I'll commentate for 8 hours through the whole event.
Yeah.
And I'll come downstairs and there'll be some little Turkish kid like, "Hey, let's arm wrestle," and I'll get dumped on camera.
Yeah.
40 cameras around, and I'll be like, "Dude,
I'm not good at after
do
pulls.
the
either.
clips to start rolling." Andre Sharkovich, he posts this clip like every year. He still posts this. I went to the one where Matt faced Brad Grundy. I had a super match there. That's where I pulled Travis Bajent left-handed with a week notice. So after my match, I was supposed to pull the Irish guy, super jacked Irish arm wrestler. Oh, what's his name? Having a brain fart. We were set up to have a match right-handed, so I've been training right-handed for him for months, and he was still there, but he something happened. He had to pull out of our match, so we after pulled. We had these grinding wars and a hook, and I'm super depleted. The moment he walks off the table, my arm is blown, and then Andre Sharkovich walks up and puts his arm down. I'm like, dude, I just got done pulling. I can't think of his name. And so Andre's like, no, it's no big deal. He puts a strap on. I'm like, okay, it's just after pulling. And then then Andre like snaps his fingers, and a guy comes around with a camera. I'm like, are you serious? And so he beats the crap out of me. That clip he has posted so many times.
Just had the camera crew hiding behind the wall, just waiting.
Oh, dude, it was so annoying. I was like, are you serious? And he's even apologized to me online a bunch of times, but keeps sharing it. Like this video of him dumping.
Every time he shares it, I'm so sorry for sharing that video.
Yeah, and
sorry, bro.
Not Adrian Odor, the super. It looks like a bodybuilder, super jacked dude. I think he tore his bicep. He was like number one in Ireland. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. Super strong though. Yeah, someone in there will say his name. But we were supposed to have a match. But yeah, so that happens after pulling.
Oh,
stuff.
it always happens. I remember this. You guys remember Slava?
There's Joe Meek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know that guy. I've seen him pull.
Yeah.
He used to. He in practice he'd get a pin on me, and then he'd go in Ukrainian, start calling everyone over, and all of a sudden there's like 4 fucking cell phones around the table. I'm like, oh fuck! Now I'm not letting you pin me. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's weird like that. You know.
I don't know. I think after pulling the camera down.
Listen, you can only decide in a match. Listen, the endorphins and the power and the reaction and how you pull in a match, you can't really simulate. I can anyway. I can't simulate that on a practice table. I just can't. You know what I mean? I'm not willing to I don't like pulling that hard where I'm putting myself at a risk of injury in practice. You know what I mean? But in a match, I am pulling redlining with everything I got, whether I rip my shit apart or I don't, right? So I think that's a big difference too, right? So I don't mind getting beat in practice. I don't even care about pinning people in most practices. So
Joe Meek in there. Joe's a really strong left-handed arm wrestler.
yeah.
He's been wanting Matt to be left-handed for a while. Joe's style. I'm down to have a match, Joe. Left-handed, I'm down to have a match with your style of arm wrestling. I'm down. We just gotta set it up. If you come out here and I don't have to call off work, we can do something. I'm down to arm wrestling, especially left-handed. For sure.
Yeah.
I
think Joe Meek's not is he even your weight though? Isn't he like a heavyweight?
He's heavyweight, but he lost a lot of weight. He got really in shape, so I don't even know if he's heavyweight still.
That's what I was thinking.
No match is set up next as of yet. Maybe Joe Meek left-handed. That might be the next match. I don't know. According to the chat.
Oh, Joe, that was a Ukrainian guy that moved here that was really good at arm wrestling. And anyway, he ended up moving to Texas. I think he trains with Tom Stubblebine now. So Stubblebine. Okay, chat. Well,
Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not to sound, it's just a money thing, Joe. Like I can't lose hundreds or thousands of dollars to go arm wrestle, especially not left-handed. I don't even care about that. But I'm still ranked, so the win on me gets you ranked. I'm down to have a match. I just
what are you ranked left-handed? Like what like super heavies?
He used to be ranked pretty high. I remember.
As a 10th, 11th, somewhere in there.
He's probably top 15 for sure still.
I was, unless the chance took me off. I was on like 10th.
Yeah, 11th. You're no longer on there.
on the in the hook. In the hook, he took me off.
Yeah.
What was my last
inactivity? Has it been that long?
No, I went down to Mexico like a year or two ago and pulled left-handed and won the whole tournament.
Yeah, I don't see Derek anywhere here.
He took me off.
You have to be inactive for a certain period of time before they do
It's
that.
been 2 years though. Damn.
It might have been July 20.
Right, because it goes Corey West, Pablo, Devin, Cody Merritt, Ryan Espy, Michael Todd, Nick Stone, Austin Jagger, Dale Dolan, John Creekmore, David Turmerill, Wallace Dilly, Kira, Carly Stanley, or Trevin Wolk, Dylan Wilson, Eric
2 years ago.
Dude,
something, and then yeah,
nobody challenged me left-handed for years. I was telling guys in Southern California to call me out left-handed because I was like, dude, I want this rank. If I lose to a West Coast guy, so there's not a lot of ranked super heavyweights on the West Coast. So I'm like, yeah, I was down to, and it'd be cheaper, but nobody called me out for a left-handed match. I mean, Joe would bring it up every once in a while, but nothing. We didn't have any serious conversations. Now I'm off the rankings. Now I lost it. Damn it.
Well, now you just pull one match, get back on there. Yeah, that's what I.
Brian's favorite puller is number 20 right now.
Who's that?
Oh yeah.
No way, he's on the list.
Logan Billinger is number 20.
When did he get that?
I have no idea, but he's number 20.
Oh, good for him.
Brian's
But you know what? You know what he said though? He goes, "You know the rankings mean shit." That's what he said. So, yeah, I'm sure he don't care anyway. So,
Where's the video? I'm trying to find the video of last time I went to Mexico. Oh, I don't know if I have a video of it. Damn it. Will, when's the last time we went to Mexico?
Yeah.
You were with me. Was it 2 years ago? Over 2? I don't feel like it was 2 years ago.
time goes by quick though, bro. Like,
Anyway,
Almost at the 2 hour mark. This might be the longest podcast Eric's ever done.
I know. Actually, I gotta get going pretty soon. It's 7:30. My gym. I gotta be at the gym by 8 because it closes.
oh
at
yeah,
10.
no sweat, bro. Listen, we really appreciate you coming on though and just shooting the shit with us.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. This is
Pretty
love doing
awesome.
this.
Yeah,
It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while. So
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we get you next
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
We'll try to get you where you're like either just before a match that we know about or like post match. We'll try to get you back on. Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys shoot me a message.
Post win is always a great interview.
Yeah,
It's all positive.
yeah, it's all positive.
Yeah, but you know what would be cool is if we got a pre-match Derek
Oh,
and
right.
competitor.
And
Maybe see a little back and forth.
Talking
Oh
shit.
yeah, we should try to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like the shit talking. Derek, don't you're usually too
we've done
nice.
that a few times. We brought on competitors a
It
few times.
gets cringy when the guys are real serious and they
Yeah,
start
yeah,
talking shit. I had that.
Yeah, it has to
press conference-
be.
the press conference with Saray when I pulled Saray over at like the Brian Shaw Classic thing, and Saray
Yeah.
was like saying all this stuff, and I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, like I don't even know what to say, man. I'm sorry your feelings are hurt. You're mad at me, but I don't know what to tell you.
That was a funny press conference.
You know what? Like my most recent match, Dakota shipped him. You might have seen him with Matt up at an EVW event. We were making AI pictures of each other. Like there was one where
Yeah.
he was this big like angel thing, and I was just little old Cody. And then I made one, or Brian made me one where I was like this Hulk character of chasing him down, and like we were beaking each other online and stuff like that. That kind of stuff I like to see.
I made a whole rap video against Tom Nelson the first time I arm wrestled him. A whole
A
rap
rap
song.
video?
I wrote down a rap song. A buddy of mine knows, or I know, makes tracks and has a whole recording studio. I went to his studio and recorded a rap song talking about Tom Nelson.
Is this on YouTube?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, if you scroll down, it's on my channel somewhere.
Okay.
It was awesome. I make fun of Chance and Tom and Brian Bowen. I think I was talking shit about all of them.
Nice. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, banter's good. I think banter's good. It builds it. As long as it's, he's got to stay respectful too, right? Like, can't go too far with it, but
Yeah.
it's
Unless you
definitely
really don't like the guy. I mean, at
unless
that
you
point,
really hate him.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen a few guys who really don't like each other. It's
yeah.
rare, honestly.
Then it's fair, right? Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't really hate anybody. I mean, I got some. There's been some weird words, but nothing serious.
Yeah,
Two guys that don't like each other. I guess not that hate each other, but two dudes that just don't like each other. I've seen.
I've only have a few guys, like maybe 3 guys that, I would prefer not to know.
There's a lot of people that don't like me, but there's not a lot of people I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
like.
that's what I'm like too.
Yeah, I'll arm wrestle anybody. I don't think I would ever be like, no, I don't like this guy. I'm not going to arm wrestle. Like,
No,
I don't
no.
think there's anyone else that do.
Yeah.
I get it
people
though.
I don't want to arm wrestle, or people I think I'd get hurt if I go.
Well,
A lot
it's
of the-
up and weight.
Like my peers in like my weight class or whatever in the rankings, a lot of those guys didn't like me because I get it because I was ranked 20th and I beat Tim Breslin and I went to 5th and I passed up all those guys and a lot of those guys have been beating me for years at tournament and I took like 2 years, got real big and strong, beat Tim and jumped past all of them, and then it was a ton of posts like I beat Derek, what do you mean? And like so a lot of guys
Yeah, I
have
get
gotten
it.
a lot of opportunities, right? Like I've got a lot of YouTube opportunities and things like that. So a lot of those guys are just watching me just stewing. Like,
I
look
just-
at him over there.
You just
Right.
seen it happen in the chat.
just so mad, and so I don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Hey, Derek, you just seen an example of it in the chat tonight. I won. I became second, and I was never really ranked that high, and now I got people fucking raining on my parade here. So, anyway,
Well, I better. He said it a few times in the chat, but a Cohen from Saskatchewan. I guess he has a confirmed match with Tim Lewis. I don't know when, but he said after he beats Tim Lewis, he wants me because I beat
yeah,
Tim.
but I thought Tim had a condition, didn't he? Have the condition on it. He wanted
I
him to
did
beat
too,
him.
but apparently he's saying it's been confirmed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Good for you, Cohen. Yeah. Yeah. Tim's a lot though. He's a strong dude. Yeah.
The thing is, like, when this is something I wish more people would do, especially if they're trying to make a name into like the big ranks and stuff and get up in the world ranks or North American rankings, is that like when I pulled Tim, the time that I beat him, I prepped for a long time, but also I saved up money. I contacted sponsors, I contacted promoters, I made that match happen, and I paid Tim, I think, like $1,000 out of my pocket, guaranteed money, just to show up, because Tim was giving me a shot at the number 5 rank in North America. That was a big deal. Like, he was giving me every opportunity. So I made sure he was compensated well. But nowadays it's like you get the craziest offers, if not any offer at all, from guys that you're ranked way ahead of. You're
Exactly.
like, and they're like, seriously, you're not going to do it for nothing and lose. You're not going to lose money to arm wrestle me and like sacrifice your rank. And
Yeah, that's always a funny one.
Well, you got to. Not only that, if you can't invest in yourself, why should anybody else, right? Like, you know, you gotta. Yeah, you got to pave your path yourself, right?
You gotta go. If you think you can beat him, then pay the money. Take this. He's risking his spot that he earned his ass off.
It's not a risk if you know you're going to win.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's an investment. It's not a risk. It's an investment. If you know you're going to win.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
I gotta say something, Mike. Mike, when you arm wrestled Tim, you arm wrestled him right-handed. Tim right-handed is like a schoolgirl, but Tim left-handed is a beat. He's the goat. He's the gatekeeper of the 220 class.
He's the goat.
Like his left hand to right hand is night and day different. Like I said, my sister could probably beat Tim's right hand. He would say it himself. His right hand sucks, but his left hand is amazing. Like it's completely different.
Well,
Even
Tim,
himself, when I was talking with him, he was saying how bad his right arm was.
yeah, he used to compete, right? But he had injuries, right, that have made it so he can't now. So, I mean, listen, I don't like my own left hand, but I don't care if it's left hand or right when I'm watching it. You know what I mean? So, I hate on left hand a lot, but I mean, realistically, if it's an awesome match, who cares if it's right or left?
That's true. Good matches are good matches for sure.
Yeah. I think we some people still emphasize, you know, left, right. It's like, well, you know, the left, that could be both their good arms. Who knows, right? So, but well, we're not going to keep you any longer. We know you got to go. So we do this all the time. So
I got one request here. I'm sending you a link right now of my rap video. Why don't you put my rap video on before I go?
The rap video.
Nice. This is awesome.
You got to plug it.
Here, I just sent you the link to it right now.
Okay.
Buys EP.
It's super cringy. It's not good. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I have skills, but it's funny. It was funny for sure.
Is it Stand Up So I Can Win?
Yeah. That's the name
It's
of
the
it.
right one? Okay.
Stand up so I can win. Why is he laying
Gonna
down?
bring this over.
This is leading into my first match with Tom Nelson, right before we'd had a match. This is leading
Okay.
up.
Okay. I got it here. Boom. Sorry, like I said, not technical savvy, but it's almost there. Okay. There we go. Oh, no.
This is the best way to end the stream for sure.
Yeah, fuck. Definitely.
It's our outro.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Finally. Share screen. We're going to go. What the fuck did I do? I did something, but don't worry. I'll get it back. Oh, here we go. We're good. Oh, is there volume?
Oh, it's muted right now. Wait, why is there no sound? Oh, no. The sound's super important. Damn it.
The sound is the whole thing.
You hear it?
I can't. I don't know if you guys can.
Why is it playing on me? You guys have no audio of it.
No, we got no audio, so
Oh, fuck. I'm listening to it. Why isn't it sharing the audio? Just give me a second here. That makes
I made a
sense.
little rap name, D-Rec. That was my rapper name.
T-Rex.
I just don't get why it's not sharing it. Yeah, I don't know why, guys. I'm a fucking asshole. I can hear it. Do you hear it off my speaker?
No.
I thought for a second.
All right. Well, if you guys get a chance, if you guys get
You
a
know
chance,
what, guys? I can hear it.
Even your sound is getting all weird now.
There, yeah, because my mic I fucked everything up. I knocked everything flying. No, for some reason the sound's not going through when I'm playing the video.
Well,
It's copyright. You got to pay Derek before you can play it.
Yeah, maybe. Is it copyrighted? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Because it's totally playing it on my end. But
That's fine. Thank you.
But yeah, no, check out Derek's YouTube channel.
well,
Yeah.
check it out, man. Yeah,
Podcast soon, so
Support my
watch
rap
those
career.
lives. Support
It
the
actually
rap career.
sounded pretty good, though. I actually didn't mind it. It was
how about this, Derek? So anyone that wants to watch it, we'll get Brian to throw the link in the description of the video. So
Gotcha.
they
I
can.
think Carolyn shared it as well, just down the chat.
Did she just share it? Okay.
Or shared a link. I'm assuming that's the link.
To your
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Either way, guys, I appreciate you having me on. I'll be more active. I'm super active on Instagram still, but I'm gonna start getting more into the YouTube stuff. I've been streaming video games as well. Like I mentioned, I used to be a professional video game player, so I've been gaming a lot. On Mondays, I'm gonna be streaming video games on a whole different channel. It's like a thing I do if someone's really bored. But besides that, yeah, dude, back to training. Gonna get even more massive. We'll get to like 380. It's 400 pounds of just upper body,
Jesus.
no legs, just all upper body arm wrestling strength. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, no, I'm back in the swinging thing. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
No, it's
Yeah,
great to see you back, man.
We appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on.
Yeah, and watch for anything he releases, everyone. Derek's coming back.
Hey, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wicked
News on the
shit.
horizon.
Okay, well, everyone have a great night. Thanks, everyone in the chat for joining us.